Smack that.
You know what?
On the floor, smack that. Give me some more.
Say that till you get sore. Smack that. You could stop a little bit before they get sore. You know, like, you could be like, hey, is that going to hurt tomorrow?
I don't like that you're smacking that on the floor.
I
feel like can you imagine?
And don't get back up. You're like, I'd like to get up, please.
You're just at a club, some girl just from the ass gets smacked onto the ground. You're like, what? And he's like, get up, coward. Get up, I got another.
What if it's not even she's on the ground and she's like being smacked? What if it's he's using the ground to smack her? Like he's just like fucking got her by the arm.
Yeah, you got the
fucking douche. Oh God. Speaking of intense political climates,
watch out. I'm so not excited for you. For your first cold open in Trump's America. I'm really not excited.
Intense political climates. I'm just happy that we can all agree
Don't
that
do this.
PhDs are stupid and tornadoes are cool. And if you drive around white cars with white vests on in tornado area in Oklahoma, you're a fucking loser.
Did you just watch Twisters?
I just watched Twisters.
Let's go!
That movie, it sucked a big one. Oh
what
my!
Are you talking
it
about?
was so bad.
I loved Twisters.
It was the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
You like Fast and the Furious,
which it's about family. Look, the entire plot of Twisters is a girl is like, I'm just a country girl. We're gonna get a big old grant for our country tornado. All right, no, you know what? I'm restarting. The entire plot of Twisters is, hey, what if we can collapse a twister by, I don't know, having somebody drive into a twister with a truck full of polymers.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey man, we don't have the time to do this. The entire premise that this woman gets her 3 best friends killed on is like, hey, so long as there's 4 people willing to drive into one of the most terrifying weather events known to humankind with a truck full of something that was used in diapers, maybe we can stop a twister halfway through its run.
Yeah.
What a stupid movie. And then Glenn Powell comes out anywhere. What's going on? I don't like Glenn Powell. I'll say it.
Is it his tiny little face?
It's just they're trying to, I know it's middle American housewives who are just like fucking humping their TV sets looking at his fucking square jaw and perfect teeth. He reminds me of Matthew McConaughey before Interstellar. He's nothing. He's a nothing burger. And he's just there like, he's like, I'm a tornado wrangler.
He wrangles tornadoes. He anchors down. He hunkers on down.
He has a team of 7 people and like hundreds of people following him in active tornadoes, and they're like, how many subscribers you got? And he's like, just hit about 1 million. And I was like, motherfucker, you do not have this kind of money with 1 million subscribers. And he's just being followed. And then there's Kate, and she's different from all the other girls because she's a fucking avatar, apparently, who can read the winds.
Yeah, she
like
feels
fucking
it.
Sacagawea. Like, I just spit everywhere. Anyway, so fucking, and then like the entire plot is like hey, this Javi guy wants to find a way to like read tornadoes. Oh, really good idea. But then they're like, but the science is bad. And Glenn Powell's like, we don't have anybody with PhD.
He's like, we don't have none of your gay ass science.
And then it's revealed 2 seconds later that he studied meteorology in college. And I just fucking, it was pretty fun. I liked.
Listen, I'm not shocked. There's a lot to go over what you just said.
Yeah.
Because boy, did I love the movie. But boy, did I agree with everything you just said.
The writing was god-awful. The writing was so bad. It was so bad.
I love that, he's like, I just hit 1 million followers. You got 1 million tornado-hungry fucking people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Second, how the fuck is this dude live streaming inside of a tornado? I can't even keep a consistent live stream inside of my home.
In my home, that is fiber optic internet. And then there's the classic British guy just getting emasculated in the back. Like, look at this Brit. Doesn't even want to be pulled into an EF5 tornado. What a pussy.
Doesn't even want to shoot up these bottle rockets up in a goddamn tornado.
Tornado here.
You don't like that? That's a bit. He hunkers down in a tornado and launches fireworks.
It's great. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that like it's not a fun movie.
Yeah.
But as like a scientist, and then being like, oh, you don't understand. We need our drone girl and our understandable loving boon, and then we got our scientist man. And it's like, first off, he's like, none of us have PhDs. He's being followed by a dude who's like rattling off tornado facts, like fucking, and then they're flying drones into a fucking awful movie.
Yeah,
I paid $20 for it. I wish I pirated it. Oh my god,
I love the fucking. Oh, this movie, Twisters, treats tornadoes like they're fucking kaiju.
Dude, it treats tornadoes like they're an everyday occurrence. They're like, yo, it's tornado week. And I was like, what do you mean it's motherfucking tornado week?
I left that movie legitimately terrified of the Midwest. I was like, are they this frequent?
Yeah, I was like, stop. This guy Riggs is going around buying land. It's like, maybe he is doing a service. But what are you going to build on there?
Yeah.
Fucking bunkers?
Dude, every week or two, there is a new city-destroying tornado, and then Glenn Powell's out like, he's like, yeah, I'll find your dog, little girl, I'll find it. And they're like, just go find the dog.
Just fucking stop almost dying in tornadoes, Glenn. Get the fuck out of here.
He's like, I'll go find your little girl. He's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then Kate is like, yeah, I don't like you country hicks. You just want to sell t-shirts. And he's like, I'm fucking hunting the great one. I'm gonna make sure there ain't no tornadoes left.
How about them being like, the reason we're selling this merch is to feed entire cities food. They're like, hey, that's why we sell those t-shirts, is to provide entire towns with food. It's like, I don't know if you've seen the merch sales of a million subscriber YouTube, but I'll tell you, it's not feeding a whole fucking town.
It's so funny. It's so funny that they're like, hey, I know this is a movie about tornadoes, but we need a villain, and also we need enough tornadoes that they feel like villains.
There was like 7 separate tornadoes. There was so many tornadoes, it kind of at times reminded me of Suzume, because I was like, oh my god, it's another fucking tornado. And then they start with the biggest tornado they see.
Yeah.
And you know what they should have done? You know what they should have done?
What?
Like, in the beginning, Kate's like, I was an EF5 and it killed all my friends. First off, awesome.
Yeah.
Love that start. Love the Indian dude being like, everyone's like, oh, you're not fun anymore after you got struck by lightning. He's like, motherfucker. Yeah. If I got struck by lightning, you wouldn't find me within a fucking 300-mile radius of Oklahoma as a state.
Yeah, I wouldn't be outside ever again.
And then her friends are just getting yoinked. But I wanted the reveal to be that her polymer thing was miscalculated and made the tornado stronger. And then they were just like, no, she just got too close.
I thought you were gonna say, like, her ex-boyfriend who gets yoinked by a tornado, like, at the final tornado, like, floats down with the polymers, and he's like, you've done this to me,
Dude,
Kate.
he came back as fucking Tornado Man. That would be sick as hell.
He's like, it's me, Kate. I've been terrorizing you.
For all of our meteorologists out there, our geologists, our weatheronologists.
Geologists, we don't need them.
Rocks are also a thing that happens in tornadoes.
Okay.
Would a tornado be the sickest way to die?
Yeah, that'd be hype. When do you die?
That's the question.
I wonder if it's one of those things, like, anytime I see an anime where someone's getting burned alive, they're always like, it's not actually the fire that kills you.
It's the smoke inhalation. It's like, the smoke from your feet burning. Like, no thanks.
Yeah, what's causing that smoke, Buster?
you.
I wonder if it's like that, where it's like, actually, you wouldn't feel the tornado because it'd freeze you on instant impact.
I don't think, I think, well, yeah, maybe because you would get, like, sucked. Like,
Get real cold, all the air would get sucked out of you.
Oh, you think you couldn't breathe?
Yeah, I do think you couldn't
I can hold
breathe.
my breath for like 2 minutes. So like if I'd just be like whipping around, because that'd be fun. Listen, my thing is, I think what kills you in a tornado is not the being pulled into a tornado. It's either being hit by the shit in the tornado or the end of the tornado.
Oh, where it drops you?
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine though? You're just and then you get fucking launched. That'd be sick.
For anime IRL, I don't know. We'll figure out an anime.
We got launched in a tornado. We got Aang put us in a tornado.
We go, Aang put us in a tornado. The opening clip that's like the upcoming, it's like in black and white. And Steven's like, no.
It was this or 37 bowls of ramen, Steven.
Chris is just trying to grab. He's like, no. He loses him. He's like, camera just pans to us. We're just Jim Halpert.
We're like harnessed into our rank. We're going like the Glenn Powell. It's like we do our knuckles wrangle him.
Yeah.
Like Dory will come back down eventually.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, that'd be great.
What's it called? Oh, we do anime IRL. We get sucked into a tornado.
Yeah.
And then we all got wingsuits in.
And we just
So we fly out.
suit out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be dope as hell. That'd be dope as hell.
Yeah.
I was shooting 50 caliber weapons today.
Yep.
I was just ringing in the new year, just firing fucking foot-long bullets at a truck.
Yeah.
I joined Al Qaeda. That's what happened. No, I went to a firing range for my girlfriend's birthday. She loves guns. I love guns. And so our tour guide was a Marine, and he was like, I did 9 tours. I was there for 12 and a half years. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man. All right. Good job. And he was like, you ever been in a wingsuit? You ever halo jumped? And I was like, hey, buddy. I talked about anime. I talked about anime. He was like, squirrel suits are fun. I was like, hey, buddy, please just get us to the gun range, which was in the middle of bumfuck Arizona. And I was like, I'm not making it back from here. But then they gave me the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great weekend.
Awesome. Yeah. Very exciting.
How was your weekend? How was Georgie and Mandy and Georgie?
Good.
Billy and Mandy.
That'll be my best boy. I'll talk about that at best boy.
Oh, you're gonna get your It's gonna be fucking great.
Just hearing the laugh tracks, it's like, I don't know, Mandy. Like my brother would say, bazinga, and you're like, ha, and then ha, ha.
I think would have been even funnier if you tried to beat everybody else to the laugh. You're like, I don't know, Georgie, but
shit!
Oh, you did it again!
Oh no! And then he does the joke, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get
it. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
I'm just bad at comedy.
Get off me. Get off of me. I was gonna say, because you brought up Al Qaeda.
Oh, good. Yeah.
How funny would it be if every week for news, I don't think anyone would actually find this funny.
Where we did like horrific,
no, you do anime.
Most horrific fucking.
You do anime, and I'm like, all right, my flashback is Al Qaeda just outlawed women speaking to each other. Yeah. Have you seen that? That's true.
Oh,
that's
really?
a real thing.
Wow, that's real news.
Al Qaeda's rolling out. Don't make jokes about this. Al Qaeda's rolling out. Don't laugh. The law that women are no longer, it's not funny, don't laugh, are no longer allowed to listen to other women's voices.
Yeah, that's I want to make jokes so badly, Dan. Obviously that's terrible, but like
yeah, it seems that when you say it with a smile. Obviously that's awful.
That's awful, Dan. It is. But
maybe that'll be the new bit that
That's rich joking taking territory. It really is.
This is going to be the diciest bit I do weekly. Bring up real news after the anime.
No, it's going to be great. All right, so we have a lot to talk about this week. Yeah. Outside of Twisters and Al Qaeda.
In that order.
And that order, exactly. You just took off your fucking...
My jacket.
Your national... What's the word I'm looking for? Revolutionary War jacket over there?
Is that what it is? I feel like it looks like Green Day. Like...
It looks, if anything, that's My Chemical Romance, Black Parade.
Yep.
That's what it is. That's what you're looking for. Man, between the white tee, the hair at this length, and the gizmo bot, you're just given like slightly problematic 2009 lead singer.
Oh yeah, I gaslight.
You look like, you look like 5 seconds of summer, but like 5 seconds of summertime sadness.
You talking about 5 seconds to Mars?
5 seconds.
30 minutes to Mars, right?
What's the summer one? I don't know. I never did punk pop. Anyways.
5 seconds.
5 seconds
you're
of
right.
Summer.
That is right.
Yeah, they're Australian.
And then 30 seconds to Mars.
Yep. Okay. But this week we have a bunch to talk about here. We got Blue Lock, Dandadan, Daima, Arcane.
Yeah. End of list, really.
End of list. That's all the things. I got caught up with the Dandadan manga, so I can spoil things now. Very excited about that. Very excited.
Have been. You've been sending me screenshots.
I've been sending you screenshots of character. A xenomorph shows up at some point.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Because that's
Ladies and gentlemen.
Because a xenomorph showing up is so crazy.
I don't know the context.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, that is crazy. That's objectively crazy.
There's a couple of them. There's a couple xenomorphs. It's wild. I've realized, and we'll get to this, my best boy, Dandadan is everything. It's every genre. It is. They do one of everything. It's crazy.
I peeked at your phone when you were watching Arcane, and I saw Best Boy : Dandadan is every genre.
How dare you? How dare you read my things?
I got a spoiler.
What should we start with? Should we start with Daima? I have things to talk about with Daima.
I must. Daima releasing on when? Thursday, right? What a fucking...
It was on Saturdays, actually.
It's on Saturday?
I think Blue Lock... No.
Dandadan's Thursday.
Is Daima also
Daima's like
Thursday?
Friday.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's what it is. It's Friday.
Daima releasing Dandadan and Blue Lock. I mean, and fucking whatever. Who cares?
Fucking brought to you by BioShock, the animated TV show. We're going to Arcane.
Dandadan and Daima releasing early, or I guess technically late in the week, but like far from the pod. Really, like anytime I open the notes, I'm like, what did I have to say? Oh, a lot, apparently.
You have a lot to say about Daima?
No, I have 3 here.
I was gonna say, it was just, Daima is, you know how you talk about like, bad storytelling is this happens and this happens and this happens? Oh my God, is that just fucking Daima? Yeah. I've caught myself recently.
What happened this episode?
Pansy.
Or go on.
Pansy?
Yeah, Pansy
I have so many things. Yeah. So I've done this thing recently. When me and Dorothy are watching TV, she scrolls TikTok. And usually if I'm watching something I really enjoy, like a movie I'm like it's super invested in, I pay attention to the movie, I drown out her TikTok. Almost all of the episodes this week, not named Dandadan in Arcade, I was literally I'd look up and I'm like, I've been watching Dorothy's TikTok, which mind you, is fucking small businesses get ready with me's and TikTok shop ads. Yeah. And I found that more interesting than fucking Dragon Ball Daima, the story about.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Is this Akira Toriyama's goodbye? Is this his final fuck you?
Yeah. This is his final flash, and boy, oh boy, is it dim.
Is it one candle of light?
Yeah.
Because this episode included such highs as the way Pansy is just supposed to be Bulma. No, Toriyama, don't make her a lolly.
I wrote super nervous about the fact that Goku is a 50-year-old man in a kid's body hanging out with an 83-year-old woman in a little girl's body.
Yep. Yeah. And
why is everyone a kid? Why'd they run into a lolly?
Yep.
Make her also old like Glorio.
Or, Glorio. First off, it's Glory Hole, but Glorio. And the way that the way that she was in the story for 3 minutes before she was getting sold off to Goku by her father, who had to be like, no, I'm married and have kids.
I know it's wild that it's like, she just meets him and then she's like, yeah, I'll go fucking on this quest. I'm doing nothing.
Yep.
I guess she's doing literally nothing.
Yep.
Like, okay. Great world building. Great development.
I don't remember why we were going to the gangster's house in the first place. Was it a Glorio thing? Was Glorio like
they needed a new ship.
Okay.
Their ship got stolen.
So they went. Things just happen.
So that it's so just because then ship gets stolen and then they see a public execution.
Yep.
They stop it and then
she helps.
She brings them. Yeah. She's like, that was sick of you. You turned yellow briefly. Mm-hmm. Goku turns Super Saiyan for like half an instant.
Yep.
And they do it as if it's like, whoa, what was that?
Oh, like, can he go Super Saiyan? It's like, yeah, he can actually.
Like as if it wasn't like his new base form. Like Super Saiyan's so out power scaled that it's almost equivalent to Goku base.
Yeah.
But so anyway, then they meet this girl Pansy, an interesting name.
Yep. Who's 83, mind you. So, legal age if you're not a demon or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, she's 83.
Yep.
Which is also weird. Like, if you're going to be like, oh, I'm a weird, crazy demon age. It's weird that, like, they're usually like, oh, I'm only 400.
Yeah.
83 was so...
It's odd.
I know we're nitpicking, but, like, I was like, okay.
But also kind of puts in perspective, like, oh, you lost 9 years. Suck it the fuck up.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. Yeah, pay the gold.
Yeah, that was the other thing when they were like, yeah, we live to 1,000. And I was like, that guy had 9 years to spare.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we only live to 1,000. Goku's like, that's enough.
Yeah,
like,
that's big.
He's like, you're good.
But so then they go to her. She's the princess of something.
Of crime in the third demon world?
Yeah, like... Is she princess of like the whole?
She's Chi-Chi. Like that's the thing. Is like is she not?
Yeah.
Is she not Bulma meets Chi-Chi?
I forgot Chi-Chi's a princess.
A princess with a fucking demon father.
Yeah.
Who now just like is like kind of boiled down to like a dude who eats Goku's food occasionally. Like remember when he was like one of the strongest people in the universe?
Yeah.
And now he just shows up and is like, hi Goku, I'm gonna eat your food. And then he just fucking leaves.
Yeah, it's like the narwhal from Elf.
Yeah.
Like,
except he is the dad you're trying to find.
Yeah. But so yeah, it's weird because if she's a princess, it's like, who are these people doing a public execution? Not in her name, I guess.
Because it's the
different one.
Oh boy,
I guess
he's in charge of like the third world, and then the little guy is in charge of like the first world.
Well, yeah.
How about them just raising Dende? How about Dende just like being a code pink?
Yeah,
and just being a stolen baby.
I wrote Dende's got the sweet end of this deal. Like he's a fucking...
Dende's just got a wet nurse reading him fucking like lullabies, and he's just like, yeah, I was guarding the world before this. Is he still cognizant?
No, he's a baby.
But you know how everyone is like, Goku is a child, but he still has the brain of an adult.
I can't tell.
Is Dende just like in a fucking sleep paralysis fit, like a full-grown like Namekian man, like stuck in a baby's body?
I can't. They're just like, oh, here comes the Baba, and he's like, please, please. I haven't.
Please, Popo, he needs me.
I haven't had consistent drink in so long. Only sips.
Have you noticed that in sub they're not Namekians, they're Nameks?
I don't care for that.
It feels racist, doesn't it? Does it not feel? I don't like that they like that. That'd be like if you like called Dorothy in Asia like that. Like I would just be like, add the end, man. It just feels racist.
Asia.
Yeah, like I don't like it.
I didn't think about that. That's
yeah,
so
it
funny.
just feels wrong. Like, oh yeah, the Namics. It's like, hey man, just they're people. Come on here.
Yeah,
Jesus
Namek.
Christ.
That's so funny. But they're just like, oh yeah, we got to go rescue Green Popo.
Yeah.
It's like, Goku, what are you doing?
Goku's like, I don't know, they look the same. Like, come on.
Piccolo's just like, have you always called him that? He's like, yeah, you don't remember tall Green Popo?
Oh, fuck.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Other than that whole riff,
Yeah.
I found out recently
This is our fourth episode in a row talking about Popo.
it's so crazy.
It's so
but
fun.
I found out in the manga, Goku has like an Appalachian accent.
What?
He's like, I'll beat him till the cows come home. Like he says shit like that.
Because he's a farmer.
Because he's a farmer.
Because he's a farmer now.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
but he
yeah.
like talks like that. Well, he was raised by like farmers in the mountains. He's like a hick.
Ew.
Yeah,
No,
ew.
come on, no. Outside of that, I said, oh, no wonder their plane got stolen. The planes are trash. Also, there was the mandatory Goku fights a bunch of nameless entities bit of this episode. That's happened every episode. Like in episode 1, he fights Vegeta, and then there's the bar fight, and then there's the One Piece episode, and then there's this.
An obligatory fight.
It's like just like, hey, listen, we have an animation budget. We're Toei.
Yeah.
Here's Goku punching, I don't know, Troll 3 in the face.
I know. Give him like real antagonists.
I don't like, and the fact that we're building towards who I essentially view as Garlic Jr. given his own fucking show.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the final boss of this is like a demon king who's like the size of Zeno, but like had to turn Goku into a baby to stand a chance in a fight against him. Like, how am I supposed to get hyped about that?
Yeah, I know. I'm not hyped about that. The like Guardians, the Dragon Ball Guardians,
Yeah.
he has to fight. Don't look that exciting.
They're just Saiyamen. Yeah.
This is. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool.
What?
They're Cybermen. I just want
Cybermen.
to make sure this is recorded.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
I also hate. It's really starting to sink in how detrimental it is that they're children.
Yeah.
For the fight choreography, especially when he fights like more rotund or tall opponents, because they can't really do choreo. Like you can't really have a kid like blocking and parrying like a JJK
it's
fight.
like a leg sweep and a jump punch.
Yeah, he just like jumps over to someone and punches them, and they go flying.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like I thought about this. We didn't talk about it, but the Shadow the Hedgehog like 3-minute animation they did. I was like, man, it's impressive they made like hedgehog choreography.
Yeah.
Like that he's like doing blocks and like Wing Chun.
Yeah.
And I want to see that, but he has to
Also,
fight
he's not trying
another
fight,
kid
like,
to
he's
do
not
that.
trying to fight like 6 foot tall. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing about the Hedgehog universe is that like a battle against like Dr. Robotnik is usually manifested as a battle against robots.
Yeah.
You know? And if you can go really big, you can do like your spinning move and punch through it. You can like knock missiles out of the way. How about Goku in the training session against all of the fucking goblins or demons or whatever they are, being like, no guns? Does that mean child Goku is not bulletproof?
Yeah.
Is it like, does Farmer with a shotgun stand a legitimate chance
Like,
against
no
Goku?
guns.
Yeah, he's like, no guns. And it's like, hey, buddy,
Yeah.
there's one guy with a gun. He's with you, and everyone's scared of him.
Yeah. I also have, this is another thing where I was like, I should start watching the episodes closer to the podcast because I start just forgetting what
I watched
happened.
it like an hour ago. I've forgotten the majority of it.
I wrote, I love Hybis. I don't even remember what that guy looks like, but I remember he was kind of silly.
Who the fuck is that? Oh,
Remember at the
Hybis.
end- towards the
guy,
end?
The guy who's like just dancing, and they're like, yeah, go across the universe to pick up my homies.
Yeah, and he's like, that's kind of a tall order,
Yeah.
but I get he was like a goofy little dude.
he was
I
a great
liked
guy.
him.
I actually also liked him. But also it was like so casual. There's like, gotta go steal a. I don't. This is an example. That's a perfect example of shit just happening though.
Yeah.
Because like, who's gonna go pick up fucking Vegeta and Bulma? Oh, Hybis just so happened to dance onto the fucking screen.
Yeah.
We'll just send to Hybis, of course.
How many episodes? Okay, at least 20. That's not helpful.
That's great.
How many episodes?
I'm so
I've
happy.
heard.
So happy Akira Toriyama did this with the end of his life and not like, I don't know, the continuation of Super or anything like that, or you know.
Well, Super, it's weird because Super is continuing in manga with like cooler villains and Susanoo-os.
Yeah. There was a fan project that was like, hey, we're gonna take Super and like actually make it good.
Yeah.
It was DBS fan project manga, and I don't know if that is what's going on.
There's a bunch of stuff like that. There's like Dragon Ball Heroes. That's like a card game, like an official card game, but they keep releasing like trailers for it. And in the trailers, it's like Toei animated. Like it looks like a regular episode of Dragon Ball, but there's like Trunks fuses with Gohan, Trunks fuses with Vegeta, Trunks goes Super Saiyan 3. It's very Trunks heavy. There's like,
Trunks is like one of the best characters. Like,
Yeah.
Trunks is like the character a lot of people want to hear more from in Dragon Ball.
But there's a ton of like official animation from like Bandai of what like Trunks Vegeta fused, Trunks Gohan fused.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so wild. Now look at this is a fan made drawing. This is a fan made manga. It's called Dragon Ball AF, which is hilarious.
Dragon Ball AF is like old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that's what Super Saiyan 5 is from.
But my whole thing is like the artwork for all of these like fan made anime like manga for Dragon Ball are like it's probably better than what Akira Toriyama was drawing. Like, it's literally nuts. And I'm like, why is it only Dragon Ball that has this fandom that's like, oh, I'm just gonna make a manga for this fucking story? Naruto doesn't have that. One Piece doesn't have that. Like, why is it only Dragon Ball that is like, hey, I'm actually gonna draw an entire chapter of like beautifully drawn manga and continue the story?
Yeah.
Like, is it because people are like, oh, I don't trust Akira Toriyama to tell the story, so I want to tell it myself?
Well, it's until Super. Like, you gotta understand between...
Dragon Ball Kakume, that's what I
don't know
was
what
reading.
that is. That's crazy.
It's everything after the Tournament of Power.
Between GT and Super,
Yeah.
there like wasn't any Dragon Ball content.
Yeah.
Like for a long gap. And also everyone hated GT.
Yeah.
Except for like some of the transformations. So like, I think that's why, like, One Piece doesn't need to. There's constantly content coming out.
It's good.
Naruto doesn't need to because, like,
Boruto's out
and they're a little burnt out anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, and Bleach is happening again. If anything, Bleach should be the fandom.
Should be the one getting it, actually. I think Bleach actually might be like with how like hyped TBYW is, I think they might actually adapt the after like light novels into a manga. What's stopping just Dragon Ball from being like, hey, we're just gonna canonize as much shit as possible?
I have no idea.
Like, do you think any Dragon Ball fan out there, like the people who are currently watching Daima, would complain about like, oh, new fucking Dragon Ball content?
Not at all. I don't know why they haven't adapted more of Super. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like Bandai Namco just simply doesn't know.
Is it Bandai or is it Toei? It's Toei. It's Toei. Same people who do One Piece.
Who does
Blue Lock does.
Yeah,
is
both.
done by Bandai.
Really?
I don't think. Bandai probably has the toy licensing.
I think they have the games then, because I thought it was.
Oh well, that makes sense. Bandai does like all the fucking animated
Gotcha.
games. Who animated DBS? That would be. Wow! Oh wow! Are they not telling me? That would be Toei Animation.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they do One Piece and Dragon Ball.
Gotcha.
Should we move on?
Sure.
Should we talk about
Dandadan?
You want to talk about Blue Lock or you want to talk about Arcane?
Not Dandadan?
We'll get to Dandadan.
All right, Blue Lock.
You want to talk about Blue Lock before Arcane? You want to make them wait?
What do I even have?
You want to make all those sultry theys and thems wait?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I just do.
Okay.
They like edging.
Oh, I've been edging, baby. I'm a gooner.
Oh, yeah.
So it's only been 15 days is my first note from Blue Lock.
Go on.
So they're like, hey, to give you context here, we're talking about the first episode of the U20 tournament, where, Tashi Sei is like being like, oh, like starting to work with the U20 team. Blue Lock's putting their team forward. It's the beginning of the match. The defender stops some shots from going to Isagi, all of that. I don't know what episode that is exactly. But the episode starts with like Isagi being like, I know I can do this. These last 15 days have taught me how to train. And I'm like, have they been training for 15 days up to the U20 thing? Or has all of Blue Lock been 15 days? Because how long have these children been separated from their families?
Yeah, I guess it's just 15 days. Because really, it's just a game a day.
Yeah.
But there's more. And then some episodes are like,
or is it that they
one game.
I think it might have been that they trained for this match for 15 days.
I'm gonna look up how long are they in Blue Lock.
How long are the children in soccer jail? Because my God, is that exactly what it is? They haven't left yet.
No one's asking the real questions here.
Yeah, no one's trying to get to the core of the issue here.
I wrote, my first note is, the show's like My Hero Academia, where everyone looks normal for the most part, and then every now and then you see a character who isn't even drawn in the same art style.
Yeah, you see that they're playing against Buddha? Did you see that Buddha is on the U20 team? Oh, you didn't see
Maybe that's what I'm referring
Buddha?
to.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know, maybe that's what I'm referring to. I'll do a skim.
Okay, because you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's like, there's standard guy A, there's Chigiri,
Yeah.
he's pretty, he's got long hair. Oh, Isagi, classic Japanese guy. Oh, Itoshi Rin, kind of greenish hair, that's cute.
Yeah.
And then there's Shido, who's got like fucking like pink highlights and like daggers for teeth.
Well, it's more like they'll just cut to a guy who has like dots for eyes randomly, and like
there's that guy who looks like fucking Watchdog Man from One Punch Man. They straight up have white pupil guy. And then they have
little Pac-Man dude. That's what caused it.
He kind of looks like that one character from Haikyuu who looks exactly like that, actually. Who's like he is like a really good blocker. I think he was like a really good blocker and spiker from like early Haikyuu. I will say though, like to take that point even one step further, I feel like in Blue Lock we were like, oh wow, what incredible character design. I feel like they're just hitting randomizer. If I'm being entirely real, they're fucking the key defender on the U20 team who's got blue hair with green highlights and heterochromia of blue and green eyes.
Yeah.
That is my Elden Ring character. Like that to a T.
They do get like real wacky with it. But again, I really like that because Haikyuu, from what I've seen like the first 15 episodes.
A couple of guys.
It's just a bunch of guys.
Couple of guys.
They just look so
They're high
normal.
schoolers playing fucking volleyball.
They're just
guys.
so normal. At least in this, like a new dude shows up and I'm like, oh fuck. It's like a new fighting game character just dropped.
I guess. Including Buddha. Did you find Buddha?
I didn't find Buddha.
Oh,
I'm
gonna show you fucking Buddha.
I wrote, never occurred to me that Japan wasn't Japan in Japanese.
It's Nihon.
Crazy. Where did we get what?
Where did we get Japan? That. Yeah, I was gonna judge you.
I'm saying.
That's a great question, Dan. Where did we get Japan?
Because usually I just assume like we, the Europeans came over to America, colonized it, met people who were indigenous to Mexico, and they're like, what's this place called? And they're like, Mexico. And they were
oh.
They're like, Mexico? And they're like, kinda. And then we're like, all right.
Cool.
Like I assume it's just like accents misunderstanding each other.
Yeah.
I didn't notice this
You didn't
guy
see
at all.
fucking like not even like it's a darker skinned character with like a dot on his forehead, and then he's got like the botted stop for like fucking like curly mandala hair. Like it's like literally they're playing against Buddha, and then they have fucking Rayleigh. Young Rayleigh is on their team.
Who's a Rayleigh?
Rayleigh, Luffy's like mentor.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
You don't know who Silver King Rayleigh is?
No.
Silver's Rayleigh. I'm going to show you Rayleigh. And then once you see Rayleigh, you're going to be like, oh my God, you're completely right, Nick. I don't know why I ever doubted you. That's Rayleigh. That's Rayleigh.
Anything like him.
I'm going to look at him.
Don't look at anything
it's young
like
Rayleigh,
him.
you absolute
Looks
buffoon.
nothing like him. The only defining traits of that man is that he's old, he has white hair, and he has a big long beard.
He's got the fucking thing.
That's it.
Randy's to go up. Okay,
That's a stretch.
And then they also have a man with an animal nose. Look at Danny. Oh wow, what incredible character design! What incredible they're just making shit up.
I didn't notice any of this. Hold on.
They're just they literally have Buddha.
I'm looking in the episode now. That's so funny. The man with the animal nose isn't in the episode.
What do you mean he's not in the episode?
He doesn't have the pig nose.
He doesn't have the animal nose?
No, I'm looking at him.
In the colorized version of the manga, he does.
I'm looking at the lineup. Buddha's there.
Oh, Buddha's for sure.
Look,
there.
this is the frame you showed me. No Buddha. Right? They took him
Buddha's
out.
down.
Well, I know, but they took him out. And then, hold on, Bachira's yapping.
Bachira's, oh my God, Bachira's dribbling.
Okay, let's see.
So bad.
Yeah, look. They humanized him.
My boy.
They whitewashed him.
My fucking dude. This is dog-nosed people erasure. Meanwhile, boy oh boy, did we get Buddha.
Yeah, boy oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. I like the designs.
I mean, they're definitely unique.
Yeah.
Like in a story about like 300 children being abducted from their homes to make the best striker in Japan. I guess it makes sense. Why draw the line of character design? But yeah, this episode looked really bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just.
Well, anytime it's an episode of them just talking, I like genuinely forgot.
Oh, so the soccer started, yeah.
Well, I genuinely forgot for most of the episode that the animation is like a point of contention and that I hate it. And then the soccer started, and I was like, oh, that's right.
Oh, I wish this was just the story about boys talking.
Yeah.
Like, I feel the same. 15 minutes into the episode, I was like, pretty good. I was like, this might be the best episode yet. And I was like, oh, yeah, because fuck all has happened.
Dude, it sucks because the whole episode is hyping this match. And then they fucking butcher it.
They just like the most well animated part of the entire thing is Isagi standing still and a snake literally being drawn around him.
Yeah.
That's it.
I wrote, love the dude turning into a snake and reaching an 8-foot vertical. That was hype.
I also, like, he's going to get revealed that he wants to be a striker. There's going to be a whole thing. He scores a goal. I don't know. There was the whole thing. He's like, I want to play soccer the way I want to. And everyone was like, no.
Yeah.
Play defense, nerd. My thing is, so this is, did you see in the beginning when they were setting up for the game and there was like the sped up compilation of all the people like laying out boxes? They did that so you wouldn't see how bad the CG was. And it's fucking genius. They did like a time lapse of like a bunch of people like whipping around. But if you like look closely, it's just like really poorly animated CG people moving at like light speed. It's great.
Damn. My
thing is also no wonder everybody is so upset about how much Blue Lock is costing. This is the first time we've used this fucking stadium. The stadium the size of Wembley. This is the first time we've used it.
Dude, I've had that same thought from like episode 6 when they wheeled out Blue Lockman. When they wheeled out this fucking robot man.
The robot goalie who's able to like react to shots and also block them as a projection. We have 3D holograms and we're using this technology on Japanese strikers. And then also the tasers in the suits probably was a nice underlined cost that we tried to get through the Japanese government.
That was a nice fine print that wasn't in the email to the parents.
Yeah, and then he goes like, oh my God, the Japanese government's on my ass. It's like, hey man, maybe if we, I don't know, made the stadium 2,000, 5,000 attendance instead of 40, we probably would have been able to keep the bill down a little bit here.
Yeah, so nothing episode again.
I'm not sure how are they going to beat Buddha. And then I said not even Botcher's dribbling looked good. Like when everyone compares season 1 animation to season 2 animation, there's a scene in season 1 where like Botcher is doing this like absolutely nuts dribbling. And what they did in this episode was like the exact opposite of what they did in season 1, where they just focus on his legs and his feet, and he was just like dribbling around and like he like steps on the ball and it's like very clearly CG'd, but because it's just his legs, it doesn't seem as egregiously CG. And it's like the one time we're supposed to be showing movement, we're CGing it and making it look like not all that great with Botcher's drilling.
Yeah.
It's just so, I don't know, it just needs to stop. We need to stop the show.
Yeah.
We stop the show, we need to get ahead of it, and we need to be like, hey, listen, U20's next year.
I know.
Do you think anybody would complain if we were like, hey, Blue Lock next year?
No one would complain. If they were just like Blue Lock's going on a year-long hiatus, they'd be like, yeah, that probably should have happened.
Dude, One Piece just went on its first ever hiatus for 6 months, and everyone was like, cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's so much content. No one cares.
Yeah.
There's too many video games out right now. Like, no one has time for this shit.
I just got to chapter 4 of Wukong.
Yeah.
I beat Yellow Guai.
I thought you said you were almost done.
Every time I think I'm almost done, it's like, oh, hey, by the way, there's another 2.5 hour cinematic to show you that you've beaten one of the fucking chapters.
Let me see how many chapters there are.
Yellow brow Guai. Fucking sucked. Oh my God, I hated him.
There's 6 chapters. You're just above half.
100. Oh, no. I'm like 100 hours in, dude. Oh my God, I'm just not built to beat video games anymore.
I feel that.
I bought Black Ops 6 when Steven came over to my house.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we're going to play Black Ops 6. I have not played it since. I bought it for my Xbox so that I could play with other people as like a couch scroller. Yeah. Like, hey, come over and we'll play like zombies together.
Yeah.
Haven't touched it. But 10-foot pole.
I have, like, my worst trait is that I constantly buy full-priced video games that I never touch.
You're a video game collector.
I am.
Well, here's the thing. I was like, oh, I'll just get Game Pass. Yeah. And I was like, I know I'm going to forget to, like, unsubscribe to Game Pass, and I'm not going to play enough games to, like, when in, like, 3 years, I'm like, motherfucker, why am I still being charged for Game Pass? Yeah. When I'm, like, spending $120 a year on, like, oh, I could be playing Terraria right now. Yeah. I'm livid.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I'm so excited for January. I think January is when I finally hit my, like, 3 days of work, 2 days of, like, me time during the work week.
Yeah.
Because I'm so hyped for that, but I can't do it now because fucking reacting to Dandadan, Arcane just came out.
Yeah.
November and December are the highest months for revenue, and like I'm doing better than I've ever done in my career.
Yeah.
So can't slow down. Can't stop, won't stop. Please help me stop.
Please stop, please. Oh my God. When will the stop? When do we stop?
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop. Would stop if I could stop, but I can't stop, so I won't stop.
Yeah, that was me driving back from Vegas today, being like, back to work. I was like,
Into the semi lane.
I was like, oh, 3 hours left in the drive, 3 hours left of vacation.
Yeah, you're just like, sometimes I drive into oncoming traffic, so the honks drown out my scream.
Yeah, just like the voices get way quieter when I can't hear it over the roaring fire of my engine.
Yeah.
Locked in a fucking XL Suburban filled with children. Oh, things are good. Things are good over here. Brain's doing good. Speaking of the brain doing good here, should we talk about Arcane?
Yeah.
They brought the opening back.
You only watched the first episode.
They brought the fucking opening.
Yeah, they brought back yeah.
What? What?
They brought back the opening.
Oh yeah, who Dan. Fuck! I blew it. God damn it. It was so obvious, Nick.
The reason I stopped is because I had this vision in my head where I was gonna buy like a Nerf gun, like a really strong Nerf gun, and I was gonna be like, yeah, imagine fucking this.
It's like a CO2 canister straight through. Oh, good shit.
Just
good shit.
through your neck.
Yeah, it's like, you're good. You're good. Don't tell mom.
Good.
Don't tell mom.
Yeah, don't tell
you're
mom.
fine. You're fine.
Shh, I'm sorry. Fine. Dude, I did that once to a kid in music class. I have vivid
I thought you were
memories.
gonna be like, I did that once to a kid like 3 weeks ago. You're just like, fuck,
3
don't
weeks
tell her.
ago. Yeah, just fucking hit him.
Yeah.
No, like in music class in like 4th grade. Do you ever 5-star anyone?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, and you shouldn't know,
It's
because
just
this
hitting a kid. It's
not a prank.
Just hitting the kid.
It's not a prank. It's not a game. It's just you go like, hey, have you heard of a 5-star? And you go, what's that? And then you slap a kid as
On the
hard as
back.
you can in the back.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, my turn. And then sometimes you go, okay.
Yeah.
I was like in music with this kid, and he was like general music.
Yeah.
I was playing the trombone.
Oh yeah, you were.
And the kid, he was like, he knew about the 5-star. And I was like, remember being like, yeah, I came with this new thing called the Judgment Star.
Oh.
And he was like, what's that? And then I punched him as hard as I could in the spine.
It's not even it's not a star. I mean, neither is this really, if we're being real. But yeah.
I just punched him right between the vertebrae.
I just fucking blew his brains, dude. Like, just pulled it out from under the trench coat.
Just started choking him. Just started choking him as hard
You're being
as I
judged. You're being judged.
Hey, I punched him so hard, and I punched him so hard,
was like,
instant
"Ah."
tears. He didn't make a noise; he just started crying instantly, but not audibly. Like I hit him, no sound, and then just like tears down his face.
Oh no.
And I was like, hey, whoa, chill. And he starts like going up to the
snitch?
teacher. Yeah, he starts going to the teacher. I'm like, Zach, chill. And then he's like, can I go to the bathroom? And she's like, yeah, sure. And then he goes, and I was like, whew, in the clear.
Doing that again.
Yeah.
Go over to the girl and like, you ever heard of a Judgment Star?
Yes. I was like, whew, man, poor Zach.
Yeah, and that's
Hey,
how
Rebecca, you ever hear of a Judgment Star?
that's how I got
Chill.
That's how I got music class to myself. Everyone was really chill that day.
Yeah, that would have really chilled out.
I don't know why I'm really liking the idea here of just like absolutely mangling somebody. Like, you know, like no supers, like you like punch somebody's jaw off kind of thing. It's like you're just like punching through somebody's face, and then just like their body slumps. And you're like, don't tell mom. It's like trying to put their brain back together. Like, don't tell mom.
I can't believe you're so bad at keeping spoilers. You just spoiled my unreleased short film.
You've talked about it multiple times.
Not the ending.
You have.
It's fine. I was like, that's so funny. But no, I do like that idea. It's just fucking invincible.
I'll just show everybody. We'll just get ahead of it. We'll just get ahead. I'll just do mine. Yeah, right? Yeah. Just like fucking mopping it up here.
Yeah.
Anyways, Arcane. Who makes this opening again?
Oh yeah. Hosier, I believe.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
I love the ending of you being like, there's an outro song that's like very much a woman singing. And Danny's
It's
like,
Hosier Core.
You ready for this Hosier Core song? And it's just like a woman singing.
It's a song that's like, heavy is the crown.
Can I say something?
Gone. To my music videos?
What?
Too many music videos in this show?
It's just... I feel like I've grown since season 1 of Arcane came out because I'm watching this and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. The first 30 seconds of this episode, so angsty. So they're just like...
There was a terrorist attack.
You want me to-
There was a terrorist attack, and also, by the way, spoilers for episode 1, season 2 of Arcane. It opens with Caitlyn grieving over her mom's death.
My first
after
note
a
is,
huge...
am I supposed to remember who this dead ass bitch is? That's my first. Oh, there's a fucking woman in a casket of flowers. I'm just like, I don't know who this is.
That's not the show's fault.
I don't know who that is. It is the show. They give me the worst review of all fucking time.
That's like me reading the One Piece manga again after not for the past like year and being like, am I supposed to remember who this bouncy ass bitch is?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to fucking remember who? I don't even remember who the bouncy ass bitch is. What's his name? Spring Boy.
Luffy.
No. Oh, you're talking about Luffy. I'm talking about Spring Legs guy.
Oh, fucking Boyoyoing. Captain Boyoyoing.
Yeah, that fucking asshole Luffy rocks. So I have who makes this opening? Am I supposed to remember who this dead ass bitch is? And then it's like, oh, the first thing is just like, oh, the misery. And it's just Vi walking through some like black and white abstract fucking music video. And I'm like, for the first 30 seconds are just stuffed to the gills with angst. Just get over it.
It's a fucking...
Get over it.
Get over it.
I just fucking... it was Cassandra, or what was Cassandra's mom's name?
Who is Cassandra?
Is Cassandra not Vi's...
Caitlyn?
Caitlyn. Who's her mom?
I don't know.
Okay.
Some dead bitch.
Exactly. Why do I give a shit that she's dead?
She's just sad about it. You want her to not be sad, then you'd complain that she's not sad.
All I know is that when I watch this show, I'm like, damn, could be Castlevania. God. It's just not. It's fun. It's just not.
Listen, I will say a lot of people are being like, yo, like the second it drops, you get fucking TikTokers being like, Arcane season 2 is a masterpiece. Yeah. And it's like, just like this arc, I've seen all 3 episodes. Love it. Love Arcane, love being in the world. Not as good as the first arc of the first season.
Yeah.
But that's because the first arc of the first season was like way more self-contained. It's like their whole childhood backstory. Like their kids for 3 episodes. The Vander death hits really hard. Vi punching 6-year-old Jinx hits super hard. Love all that. Love that first arc. This one is very much like setting things up, but in a way that you're like, oh, this is all set up. There's like episode 2 is way better than 1. Episode 3 is better than 2. So
Gotcha.
I will say it gets better, but I'm not like, I don't disagree with you that I'm like, what, did fucking Imagine Dragons write this show?
It's just like the first episode feels like a 2018 pop band.
Feels like a Bionicles commercial.
It feels like a fucking visual album.
Yeah.
It feels like a visual album. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Oh, it was fine. It was so fine.
We had the same thought about, so at the end of the episode, or like halfway through, there's a terrorist attack. Yeah. This whole show is just a series of terrorist attacks.
The end of this episode.
Yeah,
at the beginning of this episode, there's the end of a terrorist attack.
At the end of this episode, there's another terror attack.
Yeah.
And the, like,
don't send the guy with the neck tattoo. I'll say it. Oh, you need somebody to sneak through a crowd and drop a bomb off in the middle. Wasn't even a bomb. He dropped the thing off in the middle of I don't
know.
Right?
I don't know what the duffel bag was.
And then
was it his gun?
No, because he just pulls the gun out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He drops the bag, and then he could shoot. I don't know the councilwoman's name.
Mel.
And then he's like, and then he shoots a flare into the sky to symbolize to all of the people who absolutely could have dropped in whenever the fuck they wanted to. They're big daddies breathing pink fumes. They're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Like, we need the signal. No, you don't. No, you don't.
True.
Jump down when you're over.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It simply doesn't.
He wasn't like waiting for a time.
Nope.
Like nothing changed.
I was like, oh, hey, Mel's knocked down. Cool. What did she do?
The only thing that it is that I like, maybe it's like, oh, the chainsaw girl with too many chainsaws is in place.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. I was like, hey, there's a new terrorist attack every 40 minutes in the city. Yeah. Maybe don't let completely masked strangers like into crowded events.
Yeah. Especially with like big ass duffel bags with like absolutely chainsaws spilling out of them.
Yeah, so there's that. Maybe was the chainsaw in the duffel bag? Did she pull it out? I don't remember.
Like he dropped the chain. He might have dropped the chainsaw.
Maybe.
For her. She can carry her own chainsaw.
Yeah.
Independent woman.
It's 3, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chainsaws.
It's too many chainsaws.
Yeah.
It would kind of defeat the purpose of a chainsaw.
Well, we had the same note where it was like, at the end, they were doing a little council meeting, and they're like, how did they get past our airtight defenses, our security? And it's like, simply just dropped out of the sky.
They're like,
what security?
Their exact words were, how did so many of them sneak in? And it's like, hey, motherfucker, they jumped from the sky in a blimp.
They jumped, and also the 2 that didn't jump just walked in.
They're like, how'd they do this? It was like, I don't know, they got in outfit. They got in out. They got a tailor. Like, it's not good defense here.
Yeah, so that was funny.
But yeah, so I've only seen the first episode. For those of you being like, oh, Nick, you don't even understand how good it is. Listen, I'm gonna come out and say it. It was the best thing I watched this week, probably outside of Dandadan, but nothing's probably gonna be Dandadan for the rest of the season for me. Better than Daima, better than Blue Lock. I actually did pretty much I did enjoy it outside of the fact that I had no fucking idea what was going on for half the time. Because when did the last season come out? 2011.
2011?
2000.
Did you just say
2009, right? It was like a decade and a half ago, right? It was straight up. We didn't talk about it on the show, did we? It was not when this show was running.
It was 2021.
COVID? Are you kidding me?
2011.
A decade ago.
Wait, yeah, season 1 came out in like
then.
1993.
Yeah, it was like Neon Genesis, and then it was like it was really ahead of its time, actually.
Yeah.
It
went Dragon Ball Z, and then I believe Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah.
Then Inuyasha.
Then the first Puss in Boots. I don't know why they dropped the third one first.
They're getting experimental.
Can we talk about how bad that recap was?
Yeah, I also was lost. I love League of Legends. I have thousands of hours. Loved the first season of Arcane. I put out 3 reviews of it when it first came out.
Yeah.
I also didn't really know what the fuck was going on. That recap was not helpful.
Can we break down like roughly what happened in season 1?
Okay, in season 1,
Vi, Jinx, the guy with the hoverboard with the
Echo.
white Echo, all friends as kids.
Yes.
They're raised by a guy named
Vander,
who's like the head of the sewer people.
Well, no, he's like a bartender guy.
But
right?
everybody wants to kiss
him. Everyone
him.
respects him.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are bad kids. They rob people from upstairs. They rob the upstairs
hooligans.
neighbors. And so then they're like, we're gonna rob the biggest neighbor, or they stumble upon something fancy, right?
Yeah, I don't remember how it happens, but they end up fucking.
Don't they end up in the Tinkerer little guy's shop or something?
Heimerdinger?
That's a name
Maybe.
for sure. Heimerdinger sounds like a slur for Germans. Right? It's a slur for Germans.
Yeah. It sounds like a German pedophile.
You know what's great? That we can still call Germans Krauts. That's great.
Guess we can if we ever need to.
It's so funny, dude. My rifle guidesman today was a Marine, and there was 2 British people in our car, and he was just giving them the boots for losing America. And it was like, oh, when you guys lost that war, and I was like, that was 300 years ago, friend.
I like the idea of a slur just being like the food that comes from that country. If you call me like a spaghetti muncher, that'd be fine.
That's what I mean. Fucking didn't Stalin do it or no? Mussolini.
Either Mussolini or Velma.
Didn't we learn this from our Scooby Doo gang?
That's what was detrimental about that game. Is now I'm like, was it Hitler or Daphne who said?
I wanted to be a paint nerd. Now should have. It's like Daphne just like writing in blood. Should have let me be a painter. Yeah.
So one way or another, they get mixed up with Silco, who's this like rival gang to Vander.
Yeah.
He's like the head of the underground gangs. He's like pushing Shimmer, which is a drug.
Is that the green stuff?
It's like a drug.
Yeah, but
I think it's green. Purple.
Why is there there's 2 drugs now?
There's Chemtech, which is the like Bioshock guys.
Yeah, but there was the
I guess it's purple.
There's the green goo, and then there's the purple mist. Why do the underground people have 2 drugs?
I don't know.
Right?
You're gonna be introduced to the gray too, which is a new gas that's evil, maybe? I don't know anything about it.
God, just have one drug.
There's a lot of
Have
drugs.
one drug. Because the chainsaw bitch, she's got green blood stuff. And then the big daddies, they got Purple Mist.
It's both. They have both green and purple.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is it both?
Because they're complementary colors.
Silco made one of them, right? Didn't he make one of them?
Yeah, he was using it on a rat.
Yeah, but what was it? Was it the purple or was it the gray?
Green, I think.
Green?
Yeah, I think it was
so where'd the purple come from?
I don't know, Nick.
I thought that's
I don't remember.
What happened to thousands of hours?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But so then they get mixed up with Silco, and then they age, and Vander dies, and Vi blames Jinx, and then Silco
adopts Jinx.
Yeah, adopts Jinx, and then Vi is in like a rival. She's just rough and tumble.
She's just building bombs, going crazy.
And they're trying to stop Jinx. Meanwhile, Jace is doing like nothing interesting, but Victor is cool. I really like Victor.
Victor's the guy with the cane,
goop.
right?
Yeah, he's the one in the goop.
Oh, he's the one gooping it up right now.
Yeah, they're fucking with Hex Tech, which is like a magic. Sarah asked the same question.
Are they kissing? I feel like they were kissing.
Sarah asked the same question. They weren't kissing in the last season, but boy, oh boy, are they like kissing this season.
But isn't Jace with Mel?
They're both fucking women.
Okay.
But they definitely
Victor's
are gay.
fucking women.
Well, in season 1, there was this like assistant who was really into him, and he was kind of into her, and then she got zapped to death by Hex Tech.
The Hex Core.
Yeah.
She got fucking dusted.
Yeah, she got dusted, and Victor was like, "We have to stop using this." And then
why are they also again? Why are they all like, we can't use Hex Tech?
Because it's like magic and it's nuclear energy. It's a nuclear.
I know, but did they do it? Did they do it bad? Did they have a Hiroshima? I don't remember.
It's mad. It's It's dangerous.
Didn't
Jace
it's just go down with like a hammer, and they were just like fucking up poor people.
Jinx is the Hiroshima. Jinx used Hex Tech to blow up.
Oh, that rocket was Hex Tech.
Yeah, that rocket. She put a little doodle in it.
Didn't Jace go down with his big old Reinhardt hammer and like kill some poor people?
Yeah, he was into that.
Oh, that's how they got rid of Silco, right?
Yeah,
it was like Vi and Jace.
Well, no, because then Jinx kidnapped Silco and she shot him.
Why would Jinx kill Silco?
At the end of the first season. I don't remember. She was doing a Joker thing. She had him all tied up. She was doing a Joker thing. And then she was like, dinner is served. And she opens the thing and it's a cupcake. And she's like, you thought it was going to be your little girl, didn't ya? But it wasn't.
Silco had a kid?
No, never mind.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I guess so.
I remember.
I guess you don't.
I remember absolutely. You don't either. I thought you were
I
going to
remember plenty.
I thought you were going to be my resource. You can't answer what the green is, the purple is. You barely remember how Silco died. You don't remember why they're using. You don't remember why they're not using Hex Core.
I do. It's because it's dangerous.
Who's the big sexy black woman?
Mel's mom, Ambessa, she's a Noxian general. Noxus is like Sparta. It's a different country. They're not invading, but I think they're going to start invading.
Okay.
But they're over here, and she's like whispering in the dude who lost his legs' ear. And she's like...
How did he lose his legs?
The bomb.
The bomb.
It was in the beginning of the first episode. She's whispering in his ear, and she's like, Hex Tech is pretty cool. The Noxians would love that shit.
And then pretty quickly, there was a terrorist from the underground who happened to be using technology that could only be countered with Hex Tech, which was immediately proven by the big old hammer that for some reason shoots.
Pretty coincidental. Yeah, that hammer does everything but hammer.
Fucking making a gun.
Yeah.
It would be so much easier if it was just a gun.
Yeah, in the game, it's also a hammer, but that's like, it's like you press a button and he switches to melee, and then he's a hammer guy, and then you press another button and he shoots with it.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
But,
is Jace a hero?
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, Jace, like, there's 200 characters in the game.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Jesus Christ indeed.
Is Heimendinger one of them?
Heimerdinger's in it.
Really?
Yeah. Echo is in it.
Okay.
Vi, Jinx, Caitlyn.
Caitlin's in it.
Caitlin's in it.
Her whole thing is a kind of a good shot.
Yeah.
She got a gun.
That's what she is in the game.
Is she's just Cassie?
Cassie?
From Overwatch.
Cassidy.
Cassidy. No.
Yeah.
Cassie.
Not Cassie.
Not Cassidy.
Cassidy.
That's the guy with the gun. Who's the one?
Who are you
Ash.
talking about?
I'm talking about Ash.
Not close.
Not even close. So far off.
Yeah, Caitlyn is just a sniper in the game. Like her ultimate, you press R and it locks onto an enemy and she snipes them in the head. But it like gives you a little countdown so your ally can dive in front of the bullet and be like, get down,
Mr. President!
Yeah.
That's awesome. Outside of that, who is this sailor I said? The man that Vi's is getting loaded with?
I don't know.
This like super kind of her dad?
They made it seem like he was such a big deal. Like they hit his face and he's nobody.
He's got a shield?
Yeah, he's got a shield
He
now.
got a shield guy, and then
Very cool.
also how about like Vi being like, I'm not joining up with the enforcers, and then that girl who's absolutely your type rolling up to Vi and being like, heard you're joining the enforcers, and it's like, bitch, from what? And then she does, do it.
I know, but she's just like, the grapevine says you're a cop now, and she's like, I guess.
And then she just is a cop.
Yeah. How about that?
Also, I said, Vi going, do you have any idea how it feels to watch your parents die? To the girl actively grieving her exploded mother was awesome. That was like Sakura walking up to Sasuke and being like Naruto wasn't raised right because he was an orphan. And you're like, okay, all right, chill out.
Yeah, way to throw stones at somebody else's glass house.
Fucking dumbass dead mom.
Just walking down Glass Street, tossing stones at every house.
Who was the sheriff?
The sheriff?
They were talking like, oh, the sheriff betrayed us. Who the fuck was the sheriff?
There was some like dork sheriff dude. Yeah, who was one of the enforcers, and he was working with
he was
Silco.
working with Silco.
Yeah.
I remember it now.
You're gonna love in episode 2, the woman with no arm gets really cool. There's a chick with no arm. I don't know if she was introduced again.
I don't remember.
She had a big robot arm in season 1. She fought Vi.
Oh, I remember that. Also, you know how there's one of those enforcers that got absolutely fucking teed up with a chainsaw?
Yeah.
But they don't show you.
Yeah.
It's just like he gets like picked up with a chainsaw and he's like, and then you only see his back. Show me that.
Yeah, show me.
Show me that guy get absolutely mangled.
It's weird because this season feels like they're like, we're PG-13. And season 1, they were literally saying fuck.
Yeah, and they were just like blowing bitches up. It was sick as hell.
Yeah, so.
Maybe they're saving it all for like episode 4. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm feeling crazy today, man.
You are feeling crazy.
I'm having a great time. I missed you. That's why.
Nice.
I said kind of wild that we're just making this BioShock.
Yeah.
Like the way it was already almost BioShock, and now we're just making Big Daddies.
Yeah, they were very much Big Daddies.
Like-
They're cool though. I like them. Felt intense.
Yes, it was just we gotta shoot that glass a bunch and make them leak their fucking purple haze.
Yeah, well, when you boil down any like opponent, it's we just gotta shoot it a bunch. What happened?
I'm feeling crazy, man. My lips are
Nick just spit all the water.
I'm flying around. I did nothing today, dude. I drove 5.5 hours to get here.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I got energy.
Yeah.
I got energy for days.
What
All I did was shoot insurgents and drive cars.
What are you doing this week? What's your weekend look like?
Work.
Work.
I got work.
That's so exciting.
I got to film Dandadan tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's so much manga. I'm caught up with Dandadan's manga now, so I can cover Dandadan's manga, and then I'm getting caught up with One Piece, so I can cover One Piece's manga.
That's so hype.
Yeah, and then Kaiju number 8 dropped a new chapter last week, so I covered that.
I agreed to do this. I don't know why I did it. It all of a sudden I had
If Shark Tank were Asian, part 3.
nope.
Yeah.
That one I'm gonna decline.
Yeah.
I had my whole week wide open, and then the Yosemite trip. I'm going to Yosemite Friday to Tuesday this week, which will be exciting. Whole week open. I was like, I'm going to crack down, do some work. It's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Truly for no reason, Waffalo, our friend, Andrew.
You keep calling him Waffalo.
That's the name.
I know.
That's his last name.
Don't call his last name is Waffalo?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Waffalo.
his username.
Yeah, and his last name, Waffalo. Andrew Waffalo.
That's it. Oh, I always just read that as like W.A. Fellow. Waffalo?
Waffalo.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway,
That's a silly name.
he put out a post and he was like, he's also doing like a game show thing now.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
I saw that.
But he put out a thing where he's like, any
And
content
the first
creator
episode
friends.
happened to be about anime.
Oh, was it? I missed that. Well, what?
Anime trivia game.
What a form of flattery. What a flattery. But he was like, any content creators want to be in this thing? And then I was like, me, I did the eyes. And then he was like, oh, how about Tuesday? And I was like, sure. And I thought it was at his house, which is like 10 minutes from me. He's like, cool, it's in Simi Valley, which is like a half hour from me. And I'm like, okay, there goes Tuesday. And then we have an ad that has to go out next week's episode. So there goes my Thursday.
Film on a Thursday?
I think we have to.
Why don't you film on Tuesday when you get back?
The ad has to go out Tuesday.
It doesn't have
On the 19th.
It doesn't have to go on Tuesday.
Oh,
it's around then. Let's just film on Tuesday when you get back.
All right, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we gotta do Thursday. It's up to you. And just talk about Dandadan. We do have to do Scoob at some point, though. I know.
You want to do it right now? We'll hang out.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah?
I mean, why not? Like, I'm gonna get home at like 11:30 anyway.
You're so hosed.
Yeah.
You're so fucked.
Get me a treat. I'm down.
Okay. We can get some treatums. We can order like milkshakes.
I need to snack them. Quite the songs.
Oh God, that's what Yosemite's gonna sound like this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Outside of that, who the fuck was in that? Who was in that post-credit scene?
Singed. He was also in the first season.
Was he with Silco?
He had a big axolotl pet that died.
So Silco?
No, it's Singed.
I know, but was he with Silco?
No, he was like his own guy.
Was he a sewer person? Was he living down
He's
there?
a mystery. We don't know yet.
What?
He's doing something.
With wolves?
Yeah, with wolves. With two wolves.
Two wolves?
He went jungling.
Inside of me, there's two wolves, and they're kissing.
I don't get that, but I know for a fact I could fight him.
You could fight the two wolves?
Yeah.
He needed a gas fucking weapon of sorts. God, I have no idea what's going on in this show. I bring back Nocturne. My God. Actually, if they brought back Nocturne, I probably wouldn't know what's going on.
I thought you meant the character. There's a character in League of Legends called Nocturne, and I was like, what?
You know what? I'm learning. I'm trying to relate to you.
Thanks. Should check in time.
Not enough. No. Not enough. Not on to Dandadan, okay? So Dandadan, fun episode. I haven't done my reaction yet. This is weird. I was like watching it, and now that I'm reacting to the show, like watching it through for the first time for this podcast, I was like, ooh, should I be writing down the jokes? And I was like, oh, never mind. I don't have a fucking hour. I don't have an hour to pause this.
You have a bunch
every
of
2
time,
seconds
yeah.
here, yeah. So I haven't done my reaction to it yet, but I love this episode. It was so much fun.
This episode, yes,
This
it
is the
was
episode
fun.
that focused around Ira and Silk.
And Silco.
Acrobatic, and Silco, Acrobatic Silky, which is like the newest yokai. Probably the next episode will focus around Acrobatic Silky, and then that'll be it.
She was awesome.
She's a great character. She's really, really cool. Do you like Ira?
The pink-haired bitch?
Yes.
No, she's mean and sucks.
Yeah.
She's like comically evil.
Yeah, that's why she's awesome. She fucking, dude, okay, here's the thing. You know how when we were talking about the Hell of a Boss episode last week, I was like, I need your unconditional support, like punch card. That's what I need from Ira's friends are like, oh yeah, we stole you a fucking crucifix, a Bible, and like zip ties. Let's go catch a bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking great friends.
That was funny. Ira's fun because at first she's like comically evil.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's funny that she becomes like paladin, protector of truth, and
She
all
becomes,
that
like,
is holy.
Yeah, like fucking executioner, yeah.
Yeah, so that was very funny. I love that she's just fucking like, just playing with this testicle, this golden nut. And then also, holy shit, what a big testicle this
Stop
kid
taking
had.
my jokes, goddammit.
It's the size of a goddamn softball.
First off, they're like, oh, it's 5 centimeters across, which 5 centimeters across is probably like 2 inches, right? And then it's like, by the time it's in Ira's hand, it's a fucking orange.
It changes every shot it's in, it changes size.
When it's in her pocket and she's just like, there's like a testicle in her pocket and she's just fucking like manhandling it like Akashi playing with the 2 bells.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, chill out.
I did a bit in my, what's it called? In my reaction where she was like, she like grabs it, she picks it up and she's like, a gold ball? And I was like, yep, that's what it is. Better put it in your mouth to be sure.
You know, you test if a pearl's real.
Yeah.
You got to see if it's porous.
Yeah,
Get the whole thing in there.
Yeah, you gotta lick it to make sure
It
it's
would be
real.
kind of funny, and like this would very much be a Dandadan thing. If like every time somebody touched one of Okurun's balls, he was like me. Every time somebody touches mine, like just like fucking, just like every time like somebody's
How
fucking,
often are people touching your balls? What are you talking about?
Dorothy's touching my balls all the goddamn time. She fucking the way I get drive-by flicks like once a week.
What are you talking
I get drive-by flicks
by Dorothy?
if I'm just fucking hanging.
She's just bullying
If
you.
I'm just getting hanged. Yeah.
The way I would be furious with Sarah if she did that.
Dude, she'll just like fucking give him a slap. Yeah.
You gotta set some boundaries, my dude.
I live in fear. I live in fear. You gotta give the women the little things, man.
Sarah's afraid to touch mine. She needs permission.
Oh, God.
Scrap the episode.
Scrap the episode. You know what movie are we reacting to? Have we even asked people?
We'll just do Scooby-Doo, Zombie Island.
Oh, fuck yeah, we will.
That one's the best one.
So, yeah, no, if he just had felt it every time somebody touched his balls, that'd be fucking incredible. Outside of that, the beginning when they just curb stomp Granny, fantastic. When Granny's like, oh, I don't like, I'm not gonna help you search for it, and the two of them just absolutely run Granny's fade. Heavy Granny episode. Have you come around on her?
Oh yeah, I've always liked her. I liked her design. Yeah, what are you talking about?
You're like, oh, I don't understand this mascot thing they're doing here.
Oh yeah, I typically don't like that. Well, I also kind of don't like it because now she's like cute and endearing and charming, and that just simply wasn't her character before. Did a total personality 180.
What do you mean cute and endearing? She's like her
She's
entire
like making little jokes. Like she takes out a cell phone. She's like, let's see.
Yeah, her entire thing is like now to be in the manga is just like to tell people to fuck off.
Yeah.
Like she's just always scrapping. She's gonna scrap with every person that gets introduced.
I also don't like her because she's just the little orange guy from Bleach.
Goin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like to a T.
Yeah.
That's what you realize about Dandadan is like Dandadan doesn't copy one anime, it copies them all.
Yeah, it's a parody.
It's a parody of everything, and it like because there's like aliens and monsters, they can do anything they need to. They can introduce any fucking possible like character, antagonist, anything, and it's great.
Yeah, it's like One Punch Man.
Kind of, but it takes itself a bit more seriously. Like Okarun and Momo aren't going to be able to like one punch their way out of any fight.
Well, yeah, it's not called One Punch Man.
I know, but like that's the thing is like the entire point of One Punch Man is like, oh, the main character is always going to be able to win the fight.
Yeah.
And like, yes, that's
the main character in this one doesn't have testicles.
Well,
because a teenager stole them. Mm-hmm. So,
but there's serious things.
So Knight takes Bishop.
The way that you don't understand Dandadan at all, in the same way you don't understand One Punch Man.
Talking about?
You don't know enough. You don't know enough about the lore. All right. Yeah, the story actually it's kind of crazy. We're still looking for balls. In the manga, we're still looking for balls in the manga. But
Stop spoiling things.
Sure, the stories about. Well, here's the thing. I lied. They found him. So fuck you. I found myself. I was walking deep into a spoiler, and I was like, I'm gonna throw him off the scent, and then you called me out on it. So the entire story revolves around trying to get these balls back, but the stories that happen within that story about trying to get the balls back are really sweet. And Ira is the first one, and you're gonna realize that like it's not like there's so many things about Dandadan that make it incredibly lovable, and it's those mini stories that happen within the greater like it's like a giant I honestly compare Dandadan to an RPG. There's the main storyline, which is get your balls back. And then there's a bunch of quests that take you onto like different little side paths where you get introduced to different people struggling with yokai and aliens in different parts of the world on the way to get the balls back.
It's just One Piece.
Kind of, except it's to be in One Piece.
One Peen.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think mine was better. To be in One Piece?
You're wrong.
One peen is better to be in One Piece?
They always say peen in this.
They say Family Jewels. They say Shaft.
No, they don't.
I've never once heard peen. I'm heavy on the Shaft.
They say peen so frequently.
Do they?
Are you watching dub or sub?
Dub.
I don't know what to tell you, brother.
Did you like Ira's dub actress?
Yeah, she's good.
She was great.
She did the pick me voice really well.
What do you mean?
Where she's like,
do your pick me voice for me, Dan.
Where so some boys come over, and the whole time she's like talking to her friends. She's like, "We gotta exercise this ghost fast." And then these boys come over, and they're like, "You're kind of a ditz." And she's like, "Stop it!"
Oh, you're right. You're right. She's like, "Stop! Everyone calls me that. Don't call me that."
Stop.
She is a pick me.
Yeah.
To a T, she is a pick me.
Oh yeah.
But like, also, she's like the first example of like how well characters are written in this story, and like you're gonna realize as Dandadan progresses, it's got like some of the best written characters in manga today.
Hot dog.
It's fucking awesome, dude. This manga has been so much fun.
You told me it's like one of the best manga you've ever read, if not the best.
I'm now on chapter. There is how many chapters? I'm on chapter like 170-ish. I'm on chapter.
Is it still running?
I'm on chapter 171. A new chapter literally dropped today.
Whoa.
I need to get caught up. That's what I need to do tonight. I literally fuck, Dan. Okay, cool. Wait, double Dandadan day tomorrow. I react to the anime and I react to the manga. Got me on paper, call me Dandadan Draper, the way I be mad at this man for losing my balls, more like y'all gotta help me find my shaft, cause it ain't coming back.
Yo. That's fire. That's fire. That's taking us to 1 million subscribers.
Oh, fucking I hope so.
That's getting us straight to
That's our shot to the top right there. So yes, the manga is still going and it's fucking incredible. So I'm on chapter 170, chapter 174 literally just dropped today on November 11th. I'm gonna what goes out first? The reaction or the manga chapter?
Yeah, probably the manga chapter.
The manga chapter.
The reactions can genuinely come out anytime. People just want to see like you react to it, like your comments.
People like me?
Well, that's the thing. I always thought that like you have to get the reaction like day one.
Yeah.
And it is like helpful.
Yeah.
But if you're like if your content's good, people just want to see you talk about it at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, it's not like they're like trying to get like the spoilers out of you. You know what I mean?
Well, I've already gotten the comments being like, hey, well, it's not pausing.
That's awesome.
It's great.
That's
I feel so seen for the first time in my life. And then I said, Ira's friends are great friends, and 2, Momo killed them. That was, like Ira's friends like helping them like try to exorcise the demons from Ira or from Momo, and then Momo grabs these 2 regular humans with her spirit hands and just throws them into the wall at Mach 2.
I made a comment about how they just fucking swooped in like they were taking down Al Qaeda, or Bin Laden,
and then proceeded to fucking get Bin Laden. Yeah,
but they just like she enters in and they're like now, and they just fucking leg sweep, handcuff, zip tie.
Like they've done it before.
Yeah.
Like this is not their first exorcism.
Yeah, it was a coordinated assault for sure.
It was very, very impressive. Should we get to our? I mean, that's all I got from Dandadan.
Oh, you know what I noticed?
Yeah.
And maybe they mentioned this before. His form is invisible to people.
That's why when he's on the piggyback, that's why when he's giving her the piggyback ride, everyone's like, oh, they're doing piggyback rides. So he just gets like way stronger occasionally and just like fucking gets real sad, and everyone's like, I wonder what's going on with Okarun.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I don't know, because it's like technically like spiritual power.
It's just easier. It's lazy. Like the.
You think so? So we can do it in public, and like, he doesn't, like I have to get away from here.
It's so they don't. It's why JJK has like
Veils.
Yeah, veils and shit. It's so that they don't have to go the My Hero route where they have to be like here's how an actual they're like, here's how an actual society functions.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, our society, it's that, but there's ghosts and don't worry about it. Everything's normal.
They actually do the exact same thing in Dandadan, where every time there's an alien or a yokai, it's like suspended space. So like the sky goes black basically, and everything they destroy and anything that happens once the suspended space gets like dissipated, it's just immediately fixed.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just fucking just like that, done.
I guess that's a good way to constantly destroy cities.
I guess, yeah, that way you don't have to like actually spend the end of the manga like MHA, where it's like, we're heroes because we're helping.
Yeah.
And just like him, like Deku using Black Whip to like
stop. Just in case.
I was gonna say Deku using Black Whip to pick
Well,
up
you're
debris.
talking about the end of My Hero, and you're a pretty hard guy to talk to when it comes to manga.
You know what? Incredibly fair. Because boy, oh boy, I was gonna say Deku using Black Whip to pick up the body of a Chaku, like one half at a time, and just put her back.
I don't know.
Please,
I don't know who to believe you.
Please go back.
He's just.
Deku, you need to stop. It's not working.
He's trying to slap them together.
She's still alive. Holy shit! Please stop. She's been yelling for a half hour.
Deku, if we get her to a doctor in an hour, she'll live.
Nobody can move him because he's the strongest. He's like, no, guys, I've seen it. I've seen it happen.
Deku, honestly, we can get to a doctor in 15 minutes. If we do it within the hour, she's fine. Just let her go.
Deku, the kiss old lady is right there. She can put her back together. Just fucking plus minusing her. I'm gonna save her. I have to go plus ultra. Just baddies her into one. Oh fuck! All right, my best boy is Dandadan. The manga being just all genres.
Yeah,
it's got everything. It's so fucking good. If you're watching Dandadan on a weekly basis and you're like, damn, I want more Dandadan, read the fucking manga.
Yeah,
the art is incredible. The pacing is fantastic.
How's the art on anything involving this most recent yokai? Because there were a lot of images where like she was like her hair is all over the place and like a lot of great images where I was like, man, I bet this looks nutty in the manga.
I will say this episode is the worst animated episode out of all of the episodes we've gotten of Dandadan thus far.
It looked pretty good. I liked it.
It definitely looked good. Like I'm not saying it looked bad, but like, I'm saying like it's just like not as good as all the other episodes. I'll pull up Akatsuki right now. Like Akatsuki first showing up is fucking terrifying. Like she is like actually like a very convincingly scary looking yokai.
Dandadan does horror really well, which is fun.
So I mean like this is like the chapter. There's no like Turbo Granny standing with like the bound spirit crab kind of thing, but like Like Acro Silky is a very cool looking, like it's got a really good fight.
Yeah, the animation's just like spectacular in this.
This is
There's no backgrounds. There isn't a single background to be found.
Really? I see people always talk about backgrounds.
Swipe through and just look at like the next 5 pages.
People always talk about backgrounds, and that is genuinely just not something I notice in manga. Because everyone's always talking about like, they're like, Boruto doesn't have backgrounds, or Boruto's only black and white. Yeah, like.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, right. And so I like one thing I actually never noticed. This scene though, the scene of like Momo hanging by her neck and her eyes with like her mouth wide open.
Too erotic.
It was a lot.
I didn't care for it.
It was a lot. I didn't remember that scene.
And her hands are tied.
It's a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's something you would see like on a tattoo shop like wall kind of thing. Like it's like very much like something Brian would draw.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's intense.
The manga is horny. I will say.
I can't wait. Dude, so many people were given this the JJK treatment of like when the first episode came out and they're like, it's not horny, it's just depicting sexual assault. That's just a thing that happens. It's not saying it's hot.
Yeah.
First off, you can depict sexual assault in a way that's like way less glorifying than Dandadan did.
The girl does not have to get stripped naked and then fight a fight naked.
Well, the camera angles are crazy. It's like upper snatch and she's all like sweating and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, and then this was like just a teenager like being fucking bound and
just
gagged.
BDSM.
Yeah.
There's a lot of panty shots. It gets less egregious as the manga goes out, on. And then you realize, like Yoshinobu Tatsu, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but like also kind of fortunately, he plays it both ways. Because boy, oh boy, at a certain point, everybody's just getting naked anytime they're in a fight, man or woman.
Yeah.
Like it's just at a certain point, like everybody's like using their yokai powers, and every time they activate yokai powers, it's an incredibly ripped, shirtless man just like running around in underwear, or like a girl getting her clothes burned off. And listen, he plays it both ways. I kind of respect that. You know what? At least we're batting for both teams here.
Yeah, that's something.
He's also anonymous, so you can't
You'd have to be.
You can't be upset with him if you wanted to be.
Yeah, you just have to.
Viz just did a thing with him where like he was drawing Momo and Okarun eating breakfast, and they put an egg over his face, and I was like, "Good job, Viz. This is the content we're looking for."
That's so funny that they're anonymous.
I guess.
The mangakas are. What do you mean you guess?
I don't know.
No one else does that shit.
You're right. It is really only mangakas. Yeah. I don't know why. Because like they'll get like. That being said, like JJK's
They keep drawing
ending.
fucking 12-year-olds getting railed.
Maybe that is it. Like, if we knew what you look like, we'd be upset about like the lack of accountability here for the fact that like this entire manga just like portrays 16-year-olds getting upskirted. But here, upshot. Yeah. Like, what's up? Do you know what's up, dog?
Yeah.
Nothing much. Anyways, so that was perfect interaction. Anyways, it's also because like a lot of mangakas like they don't end their story in a way that people would want. Like if people were like I said, like people were upset about the manga ending of JJK, and people were upset about the manga ending of Attack on Titan. So but Attack on Titan's mangaka, not anonymous, got like a lot of death threats, like very much like had to like apologize publicly. Like Gege Atami, the mangaka of JJK, didn't do any of that shit. He just fucking disappeared, and then he's just another guy at 7-Eleven. You know, like that's the beauty of it. So like if you're anonymous, you can just kind of like dissolve back into the Japanese community. It's also kind of a new gen mangaka thing. Like the only new gen mangaka who's not completely anonymous is Horikoshi. And even Horikoshi almost like only goes out with like a mask and like sunglasses on.
Yeah, even fucking the Bungo Stray Dogs guy.
Yeah,
He came out in like a bird mask.
Yeah, he came out like he did a con, which is actually rare for a mangaka. Like he like isn't as anonymous as many, but like Bungo Stray Dogs, Gege Katami, he's completely anonymous.
Black Clover?
No, he's not anonymous, but he's also from like kind of like the new, like the old school. Because like I mean, Black Clover started. It's 400 chapters in. That was almost a decade ago that it started.
What about One?
One,
as I say his name out loud.
One
that sounds like an anonymous.
Not anonymous,
name.
actually. Neither is his mangaka. But like so, like Tite Kubo, Oda, Kishimoto, all of them from like that Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama. None of them were anonymous.
Yeah.
And then it was like the New Age. A lot of them went anonymous. Like just like, hey, I'm gonna write this manga in peace. Like you take it.
Yeah.
Like you can see like my editors or something like that. I don't know. Like I think it's just so they don't like receive the hate.
Yeah.
Probably because like those old school mangakas weren't raised in an era of social media.
Yeah.
So there was just like less like, hey, I'm gonna find this person.
Yeah, less
threaten their life.
badgering. Yeah.
Outside of that, who's your best boy?
My best boy is the Georgie and Mandy show.
Oh yeah.
Which I saw live. So if you want to see a live like sitcom show,
Yeah, go to Night Court. You got to go to Night Court for 4 to 6 episodes, and then 1 out of the 100 people there gets to go to Georgie and Mandy.
So thankfully I didn't have to go to Night Court.
Yep.
But yeah, if you want to see one of these shows, just go on the website oneiota.com. And you just ask for tickets. Like, you don't pay for anything.
Because I feel like they could charge.
They should charge.
I wonder if legally they can't.
Doing this, well, the thing is, I think they need live audiences. That's why they're bribing you with Georgie tickets to go to Night Court. You know, like, they want full audiences.
Why, though?
I don't know.
Use a laugh track.
Yeah, just recycle it.
Yeah.
It's really weird. But, so anyway, we go, you just get the tickets for free, which is crazy.
Are you telling me that, like, most sitcoms are filmed, like, in front of a live audience?
Yeah.
That's so nuts to me.
Also, like
every episode of 2.5 Men, live audience.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
That's so weird.
Isn't that a weird use of government funds
It's
or whatever?
because it's, like, also, like, it kind of makes it theater.
Yeah, it is theater, essentially.
When they, like, switch between scenes, how'd they do that?
So it's different for different shows. This one did it kind of shitty.
Okay.
Where you go in and the living room set, which is the most common set, is like dead center and you're on like bleachers. And then next to them are other sets that they go into. And if you can't see them, like if they go into a far off set, you just watch on like a TV screen. And it's interesting because the way it's like set up when you're watching on the screen, it looks like you're just watching the show. Like, they know when to cut camera angles and stuff live.
Oh, so they do all that live.
They do all of it live. Like, the show's, like, done by the time by the end of the night, essentially. They just, like, clean up the audio and stuff. Like, they're cutting the camera angles on time with the show. And you feel like you're watching the show from your home TV, except every now and then, Georgie will just be like, gotta do that again? My big dick was getting in the way.
I'm sorry. I started jerking halfway through. That's all me.
But like, just midway through, he'll be like, I'm sorry, I'll do that again. And then you're like, holy shit, this is live.
Yeah.
But, so you sign up for 1 Iota. You just get a ticket.
Yeah. Mind you, you have to live in LA.
Or New York. You could go see Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon or whatever. Why would you
being in front of a live audience makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because that's like a show.
Yeah.
Like a fucking television show being in front of a live audience is just it's so weird.
It's very weird. I don't know how they do stuff like Wizards of Waverly Place, where there's magic and shit. I've always wondered that, you know? Yeah, right?
So I didn't, oh my God, right?
Yeah, I don't know how they do that. But with this, so we go, and it's funny because at first,
What about like That's So Raven? Right, she was like, and then just stand there and scream, and we're all like, yeah.
she's just like, and then they all freeze, and then like a dude comes out and he's like reading off the script, and they're like, Raven is imagining.
Yeah, like what do you like? How do you do that?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
But there's no magic in this one. But so
Except for the magic of comedy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, except the magic of Bazinga.
There we go, baby.
But so
I cannot believe we're on the third
show.
IP of fucking Big Bang Theory. I can't believe that there's an offshoot of the offshoot of Big Bang Theory.
What a fucking universe.
What do you think the chances are there's going to be like, Georgie and Mandy fucking, next their
like
kooky
their
next door
kids.
neighbor needs 7 seasons.
I hope they do it just for like the bit of it.
Yeah.
Like I want like young Leonard to come out.
Naturally.
But so anyway, it'd be funny if they do one that's like really tasteless, where it's like, see young Penny, the origin story of how she became a fucking whore. And it's like, whoa.
Oh, bump the brake. Is Penny the blonde one?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Isn't her whole role in the show to just be the hot one?
It is, but yeah.
They're like, look at this hot woman gracing the company of these fucking gross nerds. Yeah.
That is the whole bit.
I love it.
But anyway, we get there and it's a real roller coaster. Because when you get there, you have to get there like real early because it's like they overbook often. And so we get there and like everyone leaves but Sarah, me, and like 9 other people. And they're like, all right, now we're waiting on the VIPs. And if 10 VIPs don't show up, you can all go.
Oh.
And so now we're like,
so you almost didn't go.
Yeah, so we're like waiting there. And we're
First off, how are you not a VIP? On the Georgie and Mandy episode 4 live screening. I'm sorry, Dan, you gotta pull VIP card there. I
should have taken off my sunglasses. Like, I'm sorry, the VIPs are here. We'll get on the bus.
I'm sorry, was fucking Haley and Justin Bieber blowing in for fucking George and Mandy?
I don't know how you become a VIP. Like, I couldn't find non-free tickets. I would have paid.
Yeah, you just like, or maybe that's it. Yeah, like literally just pay. Yeah, it's fair.
I don't know. I like couldn't find. I literally like after the night, I told Sarah, I was like, this is better than some stuff we pay for. Like, but so anyway, so we're waiting there, and Sarah and I are like coping hard. We're like, well, I wanted to get Burger King tonight, so if we don't get in, then we
get a
get
little
that.
Freedoms. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's like a dude who's like pacing a trench into the floor, like pissed. He's like, well, what are the odds that we get in? And he's there alone, which was fun to think that people are going alone.
He's just like, I need a laugh. I need a laugh tonight. I swear to God.
And he's like, what are the odds that we get in?
He needed a fucking alibi. That's what that guy needed. Oh my, he needed to be seen there. He was like, oh my God. Because they pan to the audience, and then there he is in the front row. I couldn't have murdered my wife. I was here at 7-Eleven.
I couldn't have murdered my wife. Listen,
I have a very iconic laugh. That's what everyone says about me.
But I was at Georgie.
Hey, I was at Georgie and Mandy.
I couldn't have killed those children.
I couldn't have killed those children. I was enjoying the laughter of other ones.
But anyway, so then finally everyone, like, there's like 15 people waiting. And Sarah and I are the last 2 that get to go in.
That's crazy.
And we're like, hot dog. And then we go in.
So you guys got there late, is what you're saying.
No, we got there like the buses go at like 5. We got there at like 4. Like we got there like what we thought was early. You're supposed to get there at like 3.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a crazy event. But so we get in and they split us up. They're like, you guys.
And Sarah?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, listen for my laugh. You'll know where I am.
Yeah. But they it's like don't touch me, Sarah,
please get my wife.
But so Sarah's like in the second to last row, like decent seat, like kind of towards the middle. I'm like in the back corner, like no light is like in my area. I have the worst seat in the house. I can't see a damn thing.
Okay.
And we wait a bit, so they show us on monitors the episode previous to the one we're about to watch, which hadn't aired yet.
So you just sit there for 20 minutes and watch an episode and you're like, oh, wow, this is great. This is communal.
Well, it hadn't aired yet.
I guess, yeah.
So, like, it leads you into the next episode.
That's fair.
But so, yeah, so that this one doesn't start and, like, they're like, Georgie died?
It's fucking young Sheldon's back. Popped out of his chest like a fucking face hugger. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's like the episode we watch live, like, starts, like, fades from black and Sheldon's just like, I'm sorry I killed that girl. I just thought it'd be the most logical option. And we're like, what happened?
She saw me kill Georgie. I'm sorry. I had to get her.
But so anyway, so we watched the previous episode and then just before the new one starts, a woman comes up to me and she's like, are you part of the 2 people group that was split up? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, we got seats for you. We got new seats. And I was like, okay. And they bring us up. Front row seats.
Crazy.
Best seats in the house.
Yeah.
So we're up in front. Best and worst seats in the house. Because what they do, it's a 4-hour long event.
Oh my God.
It takes 4 hours to do this.
To film one episode?
Yeah. You get one episode.
That's insane.
We're there from 5 to 9. And so.
How many times did Georgie need to rerun a line?
Well, so that's the thing is that it's not that. Like, they only do like 2 or 3 like redos. It's like moving everything to the other sets that takes a long time. But in between, they have like an MC. And the guy's like, all right, folks, and he's like real high energy and it's uncomfortable. And cause he's like
doing roasts.
He's like doing roasts and he's old and he was like the guy who worked on 2.5 Men doing this. He was like the 2.5 Men MC.
Okay.
And so he's like kind of doing racy jokes.
There we go.
Like,
so you guys remember Tiger's Blood, right? I'm the one who gave it to Charlie.
He was like So he has this like box, right? And it's like got a $20 bill in it. And he's like, all right, folks, I got five keys. Only one of them unlocks this box. Who wants to compete for a key? And throughout the night, he's doing games where you can compete for a key.
Okay.
And so he was like, I need people to come on up. And they come up and he's like, you're going to do a dance off. And he's like, show me your best dance. Some like young 20-year-old girl's like doing a dance. And he's like, all right. And he's like, now, why don't you turn around and do it? And we're like,
this is for a chance at $20, mind you. This is for
$20 or a consolation prize, which is candy.
Yeah, or a fucking night with him, apparently.
But so that's what's going on in between shooting. And then it's a lot of pressure. Because then they're like, all right, folks, we're taking your laughs. You know those laughs you hear on camera? Those are what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
So make sure you laugh. And so it's like, I'm front row.
There's like a boom mic. They just like keep inching it closer to you. It's like he's got a great laugh. Get him.
Yeah, you're like, how?
Oh hell, yeah, man.
But and so it would suck. I'd get so pissed because sometimes I'm like nervous. I'm like, and then
Then you see Georgie making eye contact with you. So we're using your laughs.
It's like, yeah, it's just like Emily Osmond's like, come on, Georgie, we got. I'm sorry. Hey, fuckface. Yeah,
we got 400 people here. 399 are laughing. I see you. Are you on Twitter? Are you on Twitter right now?
Yeah. But some takes they'll run like a whole scene. I'm giving like fucking premium grade A1 laughs.
You're watching the take 3-4 times.
Yeah, you're doing it 3 or 4 times, and I'm giving like good laughs. Like some of the audience isn't laughing. I'm like, Nick's gonna fucking hear me.
Oh, I'm gonna hear you.
And then they'll be like, all right, guys, let's run it again. And I'm like, no, you got the best laughs in that take. Like,
absolutely.
So that was tough.
You got to get you're getting your extra credit. You getting your SAG card from that?
Yeah. I get tax write-offs. No.
Oh.
No.
You're not in the union?
You can. We can be.
Yeah.
Content creators can be. But it's like,
can?
Yeah, we can.
We don't deserve it.
We deserve it. SAG kind of sucks.
Well, I guess. Well, so we do deserve it because it kind of sucks.
Yeah. They're just not. I'm pissed at them after they like hardly got AI restrictions.
When they were on like strike for 6 months and they were like, yeah, you can pay the A-listers more money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they took the fucking Republican option. Like,
yeah, they were like, yeah, the 1% probably. Yeah, you know, that's so funny. Yeah. We don't deserve it. My flashback is Gizmobot.
Let's go.
That's my news for the week is that Danny hit me up the other day. He went to the Rose Bowl flea market with a couple of our friends, and he was like, Nick, big news. I'm going to become a Gizmobot guy. And for those of you at home wondering, Nick, what's a Gizmobot? Great question. Boy, oh boy, did I not. I didn't know until a couple of days ago. Danny stumbled upon what I could assume was a necklace vendor.
Yeah.
Who was selling what could only be described as steampunk mall kiosk necklaces. I think that's going to be my best descriptor here. It's a silver chain with a little
guy, a little gizbot on it.
Little gizbot on it.
He's like, yeah, they're made of like little wood blocks and like gears and like little doodads.
Yep.
The one I'm wearing right now is one of the more conventional ones. Others you look at and you're like, what is it? Oh, it's a robot.
And you get real crazy with it. You got it's my stepping out. This is like a more casual vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I want to explain to people what this gizbot is.
It's an introduction to me being a necklace guy.
This is, and then you're gonna be wearing like 4 of them at the same time and they combine into a major like
to a
the
Voltron.
Gizmo board. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought 8 of them.
Absurd.
Yeah.
How much were they?
$40.
A piece?
Okay. But
that's $200.
He ran a sale.
That's not $200.
Nope.
I wish.
I wish it was. Yeah. He was running a sale where he was like, if you buy 3, you get 1 free. And I was like, I'm not going to buy it. That's so much.
So you bought them in a multiple of 2.
Yes.
Good.
And I was like, oh, well, it'd be so funny if I had a couple of them. And then I was like, well, this one kind of looks like my roommate John. And then if I get John one, I should get Josh one. Mm-hmm. And so I bought a lot of them. Yeah. And I got 2 for free, which was hype.
Nice. If you bought 8, why didn't you get 3 for free?
Wait.
Was it buy 3, get 1 free?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, that's
so
why
I
you got
bought
8. Yeah.
6. Yeah. For $240.
Nice. Good.
And totally worth it. I love them.
Yeah.
I think I genuinely like it as
Coming
fashion.
around on it. I like it a lot.
It's a cool, like, conversation piece.
I think we should have matching ones. I hate that you bought John and Josh one, but you didn't get me one.
The way I'm going to raid his stand again, here's what's fucking annoying.
Was there
about that
more
guy.
than 8 Gizmobots?
There's so many.
That's crazy.
I left being like, I'm pissed I can only get this at the Rose Bowl. Because I want more.
Because also the Rose Bowl is a fucking nightmare.
It is a nightmare. But what's annoying about him, the vendor, is I was like, oh, do you have like a card or like a website in case I want to get more? And he was like, yeah, I have a website, but I only sell these on it. I don't sell the robots. And what he does sell are like live butterflies that he glassed. Like he like taxidermied and turned those into necklaces. And they're like resin covered butterflies. And I'm like, my guy, I'm gonna be honest, that's horrific. Why aren't you selling the robots?
Yeah, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, not only am I killing this beautiful insect, I'm also making sure it never decays ever.
All he sells on the website is that he does the same thing with like tangerine slices, like thinly sliced tangerine necklaces. I'm like, fella, these suck. These suck
Sell
butts.
the robots.
Yeah, I was like, these are awesome. I would buy 30 of these over the course of this month if they were online.
I love the idea of you just be getting a Gizmo bot guy and you're like, oh cool, you're like, get ready with me today as we go to the I don't know, the movie preview of Wild Robot 7. And you're like, because we're going to the robot event, we gotta go step out with our craziest Gizmo bot. I want you to get real fucking out of hand with it. I want it to be like the size of a Funko Pop by the time you're done. Like I want it fucking swinging.
Dude, I love that's why I got like a bunch and why I want more. I love the idea of in my videos, I never explain it. I just have a different one every time. And they're like, the fuck are those?
Like, you get progressively larger.
Yeah, I like that. And one's just in my lap.
Yeah, it's just like the oh man, what are those, like the mini bears that they have in like all the streetwear, like the giant bears that they paint. I like plastic. It's not a thing that you would know.
But I like the idea too of doing like, get ready with me today for the premiere of Arcane Season 2. First, I pick out my Gizbot. Yeah. Today, we're picking Zeborg.
There's like, I have like extensive lore. Like, Zeborg's actually, Zeborg, out of all of them, he's the least on the spectrum. He's actually our extrovert. So that's why I'm feeling like Vi. He actually had a storied career as a prize boxer.
Yeah. I like that it doesn't tie into the event. It's like, first, so today we're bringing Trilge with us to the event. Trilge is
a great robot name, Danny. That's a great robot name.
Thanks. Like today I'm bringing Trilge with me to the event. Now Trilge does have PTSD from when his father left him soaking in a pool of his own mother's blood.
Yeah.
And like goes on for 6 minutes. And it's like, anyway, I wore khakis and a shirt.
The movie sucked ass.
Anyway, I hated the movie. I spilled popcorn all over myself.
Have you seen the Versalord guy?
The what?
Please tell me you've seen the Versalord guy.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, your FYP's not nearly good enough, Dan. It's not nearly good enough. Okay, this is exactly what we're talking about. All right, so this guy's entire thing, Versalord's entire thing is that he's like, today...
3 minutes long.
Oh, they all are. His entire thing is that he's got an entire Versalord universe, and he just pops on like to TikTok occasionally to tell us about like, oh, the newest like Omnitrix Versalord character. It's fucking great.
I sent that to myself.
The lore is awesome.
He looks like he's gonna sell me watches. This guy is so big for his britches.
Massive, dude. Absolutely massive.
That's so funny.
He just recently, like not retconned his entire universe, but he dropped like the creator of the universe, which like completely repower scaled the whole fucking Versa universe.
The more you explain, the less I understand.
Dude, Versalord versus up and coming, dude. It's fucking on the precipice of being huge.
That's hype.
I'm learning the lore. I could be doing Brando Sando. I'm committing brain memory to Versalord. Like
I like
Versaverse.
it. I like it.
It's great.
My flashback.
Yep.
The Attack on Titan movie premiered in Japan to a 10 out of 10 IMDb rating with 600 reviews.
Is this just like is it like the last, what is it?
Yeah, it's the last arc, like, shortened.
What? Why shortened?
Like,
it's not like the pacing was bad.
Like condensed into a movie.
Okay.
It no longer has a 10, but has a 9.5 with 4,000 reviews.
Jesus Christ.
On IMDb. It's 2.5 hours.
Oh my God.
It's just like the last.
Did they like touch
Arc
up the
of it.
animation or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Gurren Lagann did it too. I told you about this, where like you can and One Piece does it,
Yeah.
where you can watch entire One Piece arcs in a movie.
Yeah, but everyone hates those ones.
Yeah. Whatever. They like this. Let's see. The fate of the world hangs in the balance as Eren unleashes the ultimate power of the Titans. With a burning determination to eliminate all who threaten Eldia, he leads an unstoppable army of colossal Titans towards
Okay,
Marley.
so it's everything like post the rumbling.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's the
Eren's-
rumbling.
Okay, it's like Eren starts the rumbling, and then everything that happens. It's like Flock's fight, Hanji's fight, like the battling of like them on top of Eren,
Yeah.
all that. So it's 2.5 hours. That's kind of sick.
I mean, you ask why? Money. You know, that's why.
We should react to that.
React to it? Well, it's going to be
yeah.
in theaters, so how do you do that, you know?
The fucking Ray-Ban glasses, 3 minutes at a time. Yeah, dude, come on. We're up in the game.
So funny.
Oh, we're up in the game.
Sir, your glasses are glowing.
Yeah, I was like, you put a little bit of tape over it, you're good to go, baby.
That's so funny. That's fair, yeah.
All right, that brings us to our favorite part of the episode, love letters, where me and Danny poll our incredible live audience to ask us a question that we answer here live on the podcast. So if you guys want to watch the podcast live, get it 2 days early, or ask me and Danny a question that we get answered right here on the pod, guys, become a member over on the Patreon, and you get access not only to 2 additional hours of Nick and Danny content every single month, but also all those great benefits that I just listed.
Can I real quick read you the top countries reviewing the movie?
I'm assuming, give me Philippines.
Nope.
Damn.
Guess the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yo, the top 5.
Shows me the top 5 countries reviewing the movie and in what order.
You want order?
You don't have to, but this tells me.
Okay, so Japan's there.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
China.
Nope.
No China.
No.
USA.
Yes.
Where?
Guess.
3.
2.
That's kind of how?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
It's gotta just be Attack on Titan fanboys being like greatest thing ever made.
Yeah,
Because
well,
there's no way. How would you be watching it if it's only in Japan?
I have no idea.
We
I don't
simply
know where
do not get it for months.
Yeah, I don't know. What are the other countries?
India.
Yeah.
Okay. 1.
Yeah.
That's just number. Okay. Yeah.
How'd you know that?
That's just numbers. We're just doing numbers now.
That's crazy.
That's got to no wonder that 4,000 fucking 2 billion people live in India.
Okay, what do you think 3 is?
You said no to Philippines.
Yep.
You said no to China.
Yes.
Canada.
Nope. Not even close. UK is 4th.
4th. 3. It wouldn't be like one of the other European countries. It wouldn't be like Germany or something.
Nope.
Shit like that. Other big Asian countries. South Korea.
Nope.
Fucking Australia.
I'll be blown away if you guess this.
Yo, you'll be blown away. It's number 3 on this list.
Yep.
It's got to be a big-ish country.
You'd think.
You'd think?
Yeah, go on.
New Zealand.
Nope.
Is it Germany or Spain?
Nope.
Okay, because they definitely love anime.
Do you want me to tell you? You haven't even guessed the 5th one either.
I can guess the 3rd or the 5th.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like countries that would like have time and willing. South Africa.
Nope.
Give me the continent.
One's Africa.
One's Africa. Nigeria.
I'm embarrassed to say I don't know where the other one is.
What do you mean? Wait, you don't. You know that you can read the country. You don't know what continent it's on.
Yes. I know.
It's one of the Americas, isn't it?
I don't know.
You don't know which America it's in, right?
don't know.
You don't know which America it's in?
I don't know where on earth this is.
What do you mean? One's in Africa, Nigeria.
Not Nigeria.
Egypt.
Yes.
Egypt?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
3 or 5.
3.
Nope.
Big country, 5?
Yeah.
Egypt is 5?
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. I feel like they kind of end in Egypt. Like, I feel like the rumbling ends in Egypt. Fucking... You don't know where it is. That makes me feel like it's like Botswana or some shit. Like a country like Djibouti.
It's in the Middle East.
Oh, it's in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Qatar?
Nope.
The UAE.
No. Last guess.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Really? You don't know where Saudi Arabia is?
No.
It's like one of the, it's like the, not the most important place in the Middle East, but it's one of the most important ones. God, you weren't a geography nerd. That's crazy.
Not at all.
Get us a love letter. Derek Knight asks, if we had to send each other to an anime universe, what would we choose and why? I'm going first.
Where
I love you.
Me? Yeah.
I'm sending you to the plus size elf universe.
Let's go!
Yeah. Because Danny, well-known lover of thick women. Danny's so well-known lover of thick women that women walk up to him at conventions and go, "You like thick women?"
Yeah.
And Danny just sits there and go, "Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
I say, why, yes, I do.
I saw you do it. I saw you do it. It was terrifying.
I go, yes, I do, miss.
Yep.
And then I I stare into their eyes.
I'm not breaking eye contact.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Wow, that's so generous of you.
Yeah.
I would thrive in what is it? I married a fat elf or something. That's like the Mrs. Claus story.
Oh, it's just an elf die of salt poisoning. Like, yeah. No. Plus size elf. Plus size elf, yeah.
Damn, I was going a lot meaner with mine, where I was like, I want to send you to like Naruto, to like Kakeguri. I want you to go to Kakeguri because you are someone who infuriatingly has always been incredible at whatever you put your mind to.
Yes.
And I want that to stop. I want you to go somewhere where everyone's like the best at what they do. The stakes are like terrifyingly high.
Like I'm like on somebody's leash like 3 minutes in. I'm like, I thought I was good at blackjack. I didn't. I hit on 17. I'm a slave.
Yeah, you're like, when do we go to math class? When do we go to any class?
Addition is in 21, bitch. Figure it out.
But I want you to get humbled real hard. Either that or I send your ass to Naruto and you just become like the Deku of the Hidden Leaf Village.
What do you mean the Deku of the Hidden Leaf Village?
Where everybody is
I'm
like,
just writing down stats.
yeah, everybody's like, we got to do this Ambu Black Ops mission. We got to take out this target. You're like, actually, I think Shino would be the best for this one because Shino is the most overpowered one of you.
What a gig. Oh my God, that'd be so sick.
You're
Dude.
just a bookkeeper.
Oh, being bookkeeper in Naruto would be so dope as hell. Are you kidding me? Like, hey, listen, I would be like, everybody would come back to me after the mission and be like, how'd it go? I would just be like in the back with like a long range, like telescopic lens, just being like, oh, Naruto's getting his ass kicked. Fucking minus points for endurance. That'd be great, dude.
Do you remember when fucking Kabuto showed up to an exam with like trading cards of everybody?
Yes.
That was ridiculous. That just unlocked that
And then
memory.
had
of me.
everybody's stats. Yeah. Wait until you're in Boruto. Everyone has actual training cards.
I've like heard of that. It's like in the game too.
Like,
yeah.
like
they have like Gwent for Naruto.
Yeah, whenever the Boruto anime is doing a filler episode, they're like, oh, if it's not this Naruto TCG you can buy. Yeah, it's crazy. And then there's literal episodes where the cast of Boruto will run around the Naruto universe trying to get high rarity Naruto TCG cards.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's
That's
bad.
like us having like fucking senator trading cards with attack and defense stats.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, like in like everyone's like Boruto keeps getting like high level Hokage cards.
Yeah.
It's like, not my dad again. It's like, hey dude, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, it's like I got a holographic Anthony Scalia.
There's an episode.
Trade you for a Ginsburg.
This one's going up. They stopped printing it.
Yeah.
There's an episode where they have to go get their Orochimaru card signed by the by the person who used to kill kids.
By the terrorist.
Yeah, by the
Orochimaru.
terrorist who used to kill kids.
Will you sign my Bin Laden?
Yeah, it's hard to find. It's like fucking Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
He wasn't literate. He couldn't find it anywhere. So yeah, I'd send you to the plus side elf. That's a great look into our friendship.
Yeah.
Is that I was like, Danny would love to be surrounded by thick women, and you're like, I want to watch a woman step on you because you lost in craps. Yeah. So thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
We've been Otakus Anonymous. We love you.
Love you.
We love you.
Shmee-shmo.
And shmee your schmoes, guys. Today, people are going to be out there telling you not to schmo your schmees, but they're trying to dampen your shine.
Yeah.
What was the name of that?
They're trying to gumbo your wumbo.
What was the name of that robot?
Trilge.
Trilge. That's a great. That's
I did Zeborg and Trilge.
Zeborg and Trilge is just that's some of your best work. Dad. That's some of your best work. All right, bye. Mwah.
Some of my favorite moments are when I offhandedly tell you a bit and you're like, that's the funniest you've ever been. Like my top 10 days of the week bit.
You do that for me, but like when I post like some offhanded fucking bullshit TikTok and you're like, this is the funniest you've ever been. And I was like, I was literally just doing a TikTok filter, but okay.